Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Wednesday night game of TORGanized play. We're currently still in When Cosms Collide. Mike's running us, and we are currently on the Foundry. We're not on our typical Roll20. But, you know, if you want a challenge, ask Mike. We'll do it on Foundry. Before we get into tonight's episode, and I hand it off to Mike, which is also in the wrong position right now, according to cameras. So let's fix that. Here we go.
Position like the back of a Buick.
Not after 9 o'clock.
I'm quoting from a movie. It's just
Position as in top left-hand corners where I try to keep anybody who's running the games.
Oh,
So I would like to apologize for any noise you hear in my background. It's the wolves that you keep hearing in the game. There's one that's following us, and he's whining and he's jumping around, and you just hear him panting all the time.
That's pretty much what you hear.
And that's if he's not eating his pig, you know, the barbecue. He's real fond of that barbecue.
That's me. I eat the barbecue.
Yeah, well he's got one down here too.
Is it pig ear?
A little stuffed pig.
Oh, okay.
That he takes off running to grab when I came in the door there. Before, like I said, I hand it off to Mike. Our miniatures are created through Hero Forge. If you haven't had a chance to check out Hero Forge, go check them out. You can create a custom mini from the basic miniature size that you can buy in your stores all the way up to like a statuette size that you can have on your bookshelf of your character. Pose, gear, colors, you name it, you can do it with your character. And if you're a subscriber, you can turn around and make a digital version, as some of us have already done so on the screen. Down below we have we have links for extra life. Sorry, somebody come up asking for something. One of those wolves. So we got links for extra life down there. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out and you'd like to give to the Children's Miracle Network as well as the Children's Hospitals, click that link. It'll take you straight to it. We leave it running year long so that you can give when you can and when you'd like to. I think that's pretty much it for the announcements as far as tonight's game is concerned. So I will go ahead and hand it off to Mike so we can jump into tonight's episode of When Cosms Collide.
Yeah, I'm gonna additionally add a shout out to Midjourney because I've been diving into their AI graphic creation, and so a lot of the items I've had for pictures and stuff that I use, I've been getting from Midjourney. So I've been kind of enjoying that. It's been really kind of interesting.
It's a rabbit hole.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. It is. Let's see here. We off camera here. We're doing some of the cards trading stuff because we're at the end of a scene. Robert, did you get everything?
Yes, I've gotten everything squared away. I've got it.
Everyone's squared away, so I'm gonna get you everything in the tabletop here. When last we left our Storm Knights, they had just captured or freed a Viking named Jarl. He had basically given a promise of guaranteed a safe passage through lands as far as my master Helmar Kolrasson's camp. So you have two little ransomees, as it were, to bring back with you.
Well, he gave us just a choice that was so simple. Either help the Nile or help them.
Yeah, exactly, and the Nile got pasted. So we will jump over here to our nice little camps. It's nice and evening. We had a nice little, get my little notes here with my nice little structure of who's with when. So we have Bjorn and Grunt on the first watch, and it would be the Soaring Sleuth and Aiden on the second watch.
Mm-hmm.
We've already done this before. We don't see anything. I'll roll if you want me to. But...
All right, see you.
And then the last one will be Dr. Nigel.
I just want to make sure Lunchbox doesn't become lunch.
Who do you want to roll first?
I'm just setting the scene right here.
Okay.
You do when you let's see, Bjorn and Grunt. Everything seems to go okay.
Yeah.
No real issues. You were able to pass off the watch to Aiden and the Soaring Sleuth. During Aiden and the Soaring Sleuth's vigil, you start hearing the howls and the wolves, and they sound a little. They sound close, and then you notice that your friend Jarl had kind of walked off a little, and he's saying something. You can hear him something muttering under his breath. If you would like to give me a streetwise to hear what he's saying,
Sure, why not?
you can kind of do that.
Streetwise, not find.
A streetwise test allows you to eavesdrop.
That's okay. I'm not. Where'd my character go?
Probably because you're trying to get close. Not
That was my thought.
Not show that you're
Seeing
listening.
what's going on. Okay. He says something, and then the howling goes away. And he walks back, and you can see him walk back, and he kind of goes back.
So, what was that about?
Oh, I was just telling them not to bother us. We're fine. We're headed to Helmar. And then he goes back and
Pay closer
and
attention.
the rest of your watch is going to be mostly okay. Hey, Bjorn.
Yeah.
You head to Dreamland.
Oh, okay.
And you find yourself in you're standing on kind of a foggy island.
Okay.
By your feet is a gigantic footprint. You're a large mutant. It's
Yeah.
actually larger than you are.
Gotcha.
Would you like to give me a science test?
One might even say giant footprint.
Science.
Science. It's just
Well,
a
then
standard
science.
test.
No. I am 2 off though.
Think I have anything for you on that?
I think I'm just gonna have to suck it up and
You-
leave it at that.
You could tell that it's a giant. Yeah, you've seen the wolf footprints from the dark wolves. You can see it's a giant wolf footprint.
Okay.
Something a little odd about it, but you just can't place it. And you
said
hear
I was
a.
on an island
You're on an island, and there's this giant wolf footprint.
and it was in the mist.
From the mist itself, a voice booms out from in front of you. Yes, you must feel it too. The power returning to this place. Linvi in Armvartner, just as legend foretold.
And would you put that into the chat, and do I recognize those terms?
Yes, you would. You've heard this before. Those are the per myth. That is where the wolf Fenrir is,
Okay.
and where he's been imprisoned. What would you like to do?
Yes, the power is returning to these my homeland. Are you Denry? Or do you just speak of history?
The power is returning.
Yes, yes.
But you are not from here.
I was before another land came.
But you're from another land.
Now, yes. So
Soon the battle will be joined again.
You'll speak of Ragnarok then?
The battle will be joined. We will be victorious. I will not be cheated out of my triumph.
Then whose side are you on? That has light or darkness?
You go back and you're kind of thinking about this because this sounds familiar. This sounds similar to what Pierre experienced.
Yeah.
And he related to you that to him this felt like a real time communication, kind of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But additionally, you feel you might be able to reach out and bring someone in.
I will try to reach out to the doctor.
Hey, what now?
Okay.
Welcome to my nightmare.
He's virtually groping you.
No, I think I'm the one with the mind in the party, so that's probably not a bad idea.
Yep.
So please make a reality test.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, 10.
Fantastic. Hey, doctor, while you've been sleeping, you've had this dream. And apparently you were having a dream that you were flying, and apparently you've landed on this island, and Bjorn's there, and you're kind of standing in front of this footprint, this giant wolf. If you would like to make a science test looking at this,
I would. I especially have to figure out at some point, do I realize that this is a shared dream? Will probably be important too.
Yeah, 'cause we might ask you questions when you wake up when you're wavering up a
Oh,
horn.
I rolled 2.
it's a wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Dr. Nigel. I am glad you heard my call.
Well, I checked my cell phone. No, I don't think I did.
No, we are not in the waking world.
Clearly.
And you suddenly hear this deep voice. Wait, what is that? Who is that?
This is Dr. Nigel Kenworth.
You are from this place. You are most welcome here. Find me. Together we shall chase the sun and moon and devour them both. And then you both wake up.
That was the strangest dream.
Morning, guys. I made coffee.
In character, I don't think I've had visions or anything before, so I'm probably going to discount it until Bjorn brings it up.
Yes.
I think that's likely.
And after I wake up, I will go find Dr. Nigel.
Good morning, Bjorn, or good evening.
It's still, I mean, it really is.
My
It's right before
Well, I mean,
your.
in
It's
the
right
morning.
before your watch.
My turn for the
Okay.
I suppose.
Then in the morning I'll come home.
Mm-hmm. Here, watch this.
Watch what?
What was that?
What was what?
Oh, hey, Dawn's breaking.
Somebody playing with the
Yeah.
animation.
I'm playing with stuff.
We have the technology.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
The
it's
wolves
morning.
are back.
The wolves are back. Yes.
Not from my pack. My pack's
No, that's
laying.
my wolf.
Yeah, my pack's laying here on the
He's
ground.
protecting the cave.
So yes, it is daytime. Everybody's awake.
Came the dawn.
So
man.
Bjorn is going to come say something then.
Yes. So Bjorn will come over to Dr. Nigel after he gets up and says, thank you for heeding my call last night. The Tios Fenrir recognized you as coming from Tor. He did not recognize me.
Wait. Your call?
Yes, from the dream.
I was in your dream.
Well,
I don't know.
let's say more of a communication.
You two dreaming about each other now?
No. I was dreaming of ancient Fenrir, I believe.
Yeah,
Well,
this,
we were
this
at
sounds
his
very
prison.
familiar.
Telepathy then.
No, if you wish to call it that, but I believe it reached out because the power of the land was returned.
Ah, some sort of magic I do not yet understand then.
And yes, something I do not understand either.
The power of which land? Sweden?
Yes, let us just say Sweden for now.
Witches in Sweden? We not have witches. Where's witches?
I thought we were in
Sweden.
it at this point.
Oh yeah, you're in Sweden.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're deep in the middle of Sweden.
We have witches
Close
in
enough.
Sweden?
Well,
Yeah.
there have been legends of witches in Sweden, yes.
Need go tack for witches.
Well, that's actually quite interesting. Don't believe that's ever happened to me before. Was there, in this sort of dream, were we given any chore?
Yes.
Task?
Well, yes. He told the voice, which I believe is Fenrir, told you to find him.
Isn't Fenrir the wolf from Norse mythology that's going to destroy the world?
Well, yes.
Then why would we want to find it?
Well, as I said, this is the voice. Is it Fenrir or is it something else? I do not yet know, but he did mention the prison of Fenrir.
I see no reason to release the hound.
If it wants to devour Uthorian,
Well, yes. Unfortunately, it's been my experience that, well, dogs or wolves are very rarely satiated with a single meal.
that is very true.
However, if you think we might be able to inconvenience Uthorian and then do something about it, it may be worth taking a chance.
Or we need to just at least investigate.
Yes, of course.
Not necessarily release, but
But at the very least converse. Oh, very well then. I suppose I'm ready.
and well, the other issue is the lake that Brother Laplace is looking for is the lake supposedly where Fenrir's prison is. So finding him also means finding where Brother Laplace has been sent.
I
And
see.
the brother has a host who likes to break necks.
Well, yes. Insane hosts are not
Legs,
something I'm
necks.
looking forward to.
Break, whatever.
Yes, out of character, you missed the insane host conversation.
Okay.
That's about right. After your conversation, you pack your things up and you head back on the road. Lunchbox is still with you. The travel is pretty quiet. You don't notice you hear the noises of wildlife, so you hear the birds, and you haven't noticed that they've been gone for a while. Previously, in the previous days, and you really don't hear any howling or barking in the distance. It gets on towards evening, and you start setting up. You start setting up your camp, and you see these ladies approaching your camp.
Oh, this is never good.
Mike's not here to play romance. Oh wait.
You're pretty much right? A group of women approach. You can tell that the women are trailing water for every step that they take. It's pretty obvious.
Trailing water?
Ma'am, you're leaking.
Corkworth walks around the tent, and he looks up and he says, "Is she?" And then she looks at him and says, "Corkworth?" And she approaches him. She looks at everybody and goes, we follow a thief. She took potions from us and slipped away. We need to find her and our potions. Have you seen anybody?
Witches in Sweden.
We saw old woman who had mermaid oil.
Mermaid.
Yeah. The traveling gypsy.
Yep.
We thought there was how you say snake oil.
Did you happen to get any of this mermaid oil from this thief?
Don't think any of us bought any.
Nope.
I don't think any of us did, no.
Yeah.
None of you did.
No.
Oh, that is too bad.
Oh, but she was down that
It
direction.
seemed to be too good. It seemed to be too good to be true what she was selling. So we did not give her any of our money.
Where did you find her?
Give her directions
Give
on
her
the map.
direction.
Okay. While you're giving her directions, she walks around Porkra. She trails a finger around the nape of his neck and softly says, "Still afraid of freedom, I see." Corkworth has an immediate reaction. He snaps back, "I prefer the light to your sort of freedom." And she cocks an eyebrow but says nothing.
Grunt not afraid of freedom?
Well, that is the first intelligent thing I think you said.
Grunt just nods at that.
She's some days ahead. It is way too bad. We need those potions. We will do what we can. So where are you traveling off
Witches to find potions?
to?
No, we follow others.
Yes.
Also outsiders to this land. They wish to travel to the big lake.
Yes. We are going to Karlstad.
Ladies who are leaking need potions.
Yes,
Do
yes.
you
Did you
come from
do you
the
have
Vanheim? I'm asking them. Do you come from the Vanheim? The Vanheim. Excuse me.
yeah, no, the lake that's right here.
The lake.
Because we are.
North of Lindstrom, I assume.
Right here. Yeah, Lindstrom is way down over here.
And loading north of Lindstrom. That's why I said it.
Mm-hmm.
We're making good time.
So yeah, they said, well, we had an engagement, but this will set us back a little. But thank you for giving us the information. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Grunt looks a little
in your hunt.
Grunt looks a little disheartened because she said she's engaged.
So yes. Well, we will be leaving then. Good travels to you, and they all kind of watery, kind of sneak off.
Drip
Well,
away.
well, not sneak. They drip away.
Au revoir.
There's some sort
Goodbye.
of water creatures, you suppose?
Well, I mean, I don't know this land, but maybe mermaid. Maybe because they're looking
Old
for a
lady
lady.
did have mermaid
yeah,
oil.
that's what I'm thinking. But
Mermaids have been a common legend. In fact, there is a statue.
Not legend. Leaking ladies.
Well, leaking
That
ladies
real?
here. Yes. I'm just saying, before the Cosms invaded, they were like.
That would be correct. Correct. You have an uneventful evening again. It's quiet. Once again, you're able to get some decent sleep. Nothing comes over and bothers you.
Including allies.
Including allies,
Okay.
if there were any.
No, I meant getting called into their dreams, or left peacefully alone.
No, you get called into.
you get called into grunt stream now.
Grunt stream, yeah.
Yeah, Grunt's dream about the
The leaking ladies.
Leaking ladies.
Right.
Right?
And you're begging to go back to
And
the.
I now have a new name for a tavern moving forward. So.
The leaking ladies.
The leaking
Yep.
ladies.
Oh my gosh, there's so many ways that can go wrong.
Hey, it's not even 8 o'clock
I
yet.
didn't say, that's why I said so many ways it can go wrong.
So many. So many.
Furniture, right? You may not install a stage, stuff like that.
If I'm pulled into Grunt Stream, I'm closing my eyes. That's all I'm saying.
Going la 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 la.
Pretty much just revolves around endless pork barbecue.
Oh, I figured it was just us going to be watching someone yell at Grunt and telling him to cast that spell. Or not spell, this is your miracle. There are many like it, but this one is yours. Something like that.
Grunt not opted yet.
So your night ends well. There's no invading of dreams. You get up. You keep on marching north, and the Viking Jarl is like, yes, we follow the trail that will lead us to the king. During the day, probably Dr. Nigel, you probably have the best find.
That's probably accurate.
You're walking over some vines that are overgrowing the highway because you're still following the E45.
Mm-hmm.
You spot a radio headset. It's kind of it's there.
And untransformed.
Untransformed. That's
In a dominant reality.
mm-hmm. That's
Are there any indications of the person to whom it belonged probably being in the area until recently?
You don't.
Or still.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna look it over.
Or you're looking over and you don't see any signs of the person who's being attached to.
Is there any sound coming from it?
You pick it up, and it squawks to life. Here's that. And you hear a condor, this is eagle, condor, come in. And it's usually they come up with some sort of call sign that is a standard code phrase used by the Delphians.
Oh, okay.
The condors flying through the Alps. The raven sitting on the lamppost. Something along those lines.
Jean has a long mustache.
Yeah, exactly.
Condos flying through the Alps means only if the snow is more than 3 feet deep.
Aha! Fantastic.
Let me ask to whom I am speaking.
Yes, I'm Lieutenant D'Oberville of there's a Swedish recon team in the area. We're camouflaged in the nearby woods. and we heard some news that there were some Delphi agents, a Delphi council team operating in the area.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, there's an armed camp of Banji within a 2 days march. They're commanded by some sort of imposing-looking stormer. We've been assigned to discover a solution to the wolf problem that's kind of going on in these lands, if you haven't noticed.
I mean, I've heard a thing or two about it.
Aiden,
Yes.
you're being from Pan Pacifica,
Mm-hmm.
being an ex-spy.
Wrong one. Yeah.
Kind of notices like, hey, maybe I should distract that Viking who's kind of listening in what's going on because they're talking about this.
Alright, so, yeah, I will try to ask him questions about the song I caught him singing the other night and walk him away from the radio.
Sure. Would you like to roll me
Persuasion?
either a
Hey,
persuasion
actually-
or a trick, something along that
Actually,
line?
can I aid him? Because I was actually about to go over and try to talk to him about
Sure.
something else.
Sure.
So I will go over and help.
That sounds good.
Alright, persuasion will be what I have to do, so.
You're using persuasion?
Yeah, because my trick is only a 5. Persuasion, at least I, is a little higher. You assisting, you said?
Yeah. I'm not going to do extra effort. I'm just giving you my one.
Oh, okay.
Take the one.
So that'll
You'll
be.
take the one and like it.
Shite. Only a 9?
I have
Yeah,
nothing
this-
to help you beyond that.
9 enough? Do you think I need to go a little bit more?
Oh,
Probably
did, you
gonna
add
release
the,
the standard.
did you add the one that I gave you?
Oh, actually, hold on.
Yeah, 9 makes a.
Hold on just a moment. Let me just double check something. So I didn't have him out here to be targeted. That's enough.
Yeah, I just
You're able to distract
pull him off to the side and try to, ask him questions about the song, whatever he's singing, and
And
because out of the entire group, I think I'm the only one that has not actually attacked wolves yet.
I think so.
Yeah, I've tried feeding them.
And I wanted to ask him just one question. Last night or yesterday when we spoke to those ladies, you said you preferred the light. Does that mean you follow the light or the
Oh,
darkness here?
That was Crockman.
That was
that-
oh,
that
that was a
wasn't
different
Viking.
purpose.
That was the font.
The fox.
This-
Okay,
this is
well,
the Viking-
I still
the
would have
Viking
come
guy.
off with him.
Yeah.
but- okay.
So with that guy being distracted,
Yes.
so yes, the artist says, we've been tasked to discover the solution to the wolf problem. We have confirmed the wolves are controlled by handlers. These handlers are pretty rare commodities, rarer than the wolves themselves, if you haven't noticed. And we're really trying to identify the handlers where they're stationed, but the Bajani patrols are thick enough to keep them far away from the camp to really properly reconnoiter. Would you be willing to enter the camp and get that information for us?
Let me discuss with my team. Please hold.
Okay. Holding. Over.
And then I'll ask everyone what they want to do. Except for, the two people who are up.
Yeah, except for
Talking.
Aiden and Bjorn.
Clearly, they are not interested in partaking in the discussion, or they wouldn't have walked away.
Precisely. Nope.
No.
No.
Shall we render aid
No.
to the person?
Sorry, that's not to you guys.
Aiden thinks we should not.
Aiden thinks we should not render aid.
Aiden's busy with the wolf guy.
You're in the background saying no.
No. I'm sorry, Aiden. Is it time to approach our discussion? No.
Bad dog.
Pretty much. I'm just trying to keep him from barking. He's trying to bark. I think he
you
hear.
know my rule. As long as I can make fun of you, I don't care.
I know.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Make fun of you or anybody else. It's not just you, Dave.
Well,
It is,
I would be very offended if it was just me.
yeah, no, that's not how I roll. It's gotta be everybody.
So what say ye?
So, friends,
Go where?
a different place. I'll try to give Grunt directions, even though I feel it's probably hopeless.
From what it sounds like, is you're heading there into that camp. That's where you're headed.
Not far out of the way, Grunt.
Okay.
By the way, we can't keep calling you Grunt, can we? What is your given name?
Grunt?
Ryan?
Well, certainly when you were born, your mother didn't just call you Grunt.
He looks at you funny. It just doesn't. Grunt is Grunt. Lanala likes Grunt. Grunt has good will to survive. Lanala appreciate will to survive, and so Grunt become Grunt.
It's
I believe, Doctor, that Grunt understands that the name Grunt was given to him, and so when you ask him his given name, that is why he says Grunt.
Yes.
I don't know. Oh well. So yeah, I'll get back on the radio. Yes, if you can give us more precise coordinates, we may be willing. We may be able to assist.
Yeah, you're able to get coordinates, and yes, it sounds like it's definitely in the direction that you are heading. And putting two and two together, you're like, yeah, they're asking you to go into the camp that you're going into.
Okay.
This is yes. Well, after the information, would you be willing to identify the handlers and where they're located? And when the opportunity presented itself, would you call it an airstrike so we can just solve this problem?
Ooh, say yes. Say yes.
Well,
Call airstrike. Call airstrike. Yes.
it's my understanding that most aircraft might not work in this area.
Ooh.
Calling it an airstrike, isn't there the potential that will actually be, well, not so much striking with weapons, but bringing planes down literally on top of them?
Well, we're going to be able to. These are going to be high altitude strikes. Higher altitude strikes.
So
We've done this before in Sweden,
let me ask this question.
but there are some specialized equipment.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me ask a question real quick.
Yes, sure.
With my mind and reality, might I be able to put together any ideas about this is a bad long-range contradiction, unless they're dropping rocks?
There is a chance that the missiles could transform in that blink of an eye, but you've been walking around Sweden. It's still Iowa's still dominant, but there are still hard points that are around.
So I think it's less likely.
It's less likely,
Okay.
although it might be a little more difficult. Since you're Storm Knights, to actually. So he does explain they have some specialized equipment for you.
Yes.
And he gives you the coordinates for them. He explains that the first one is it's going to be a glass lens. It's about the size of the palm of a child's hand. It's a magic item. It has a special version of Mage Light. It creates a 5-meter radius UV light, which would be invisible to the naked eye. The light is visible to satellites that are scanning the area, so that intelligence forces monitoring the satellites can scramble the aircraft waiting on standby for these orders. And then you also have a tripod-mounted laser designator to guide some missiles to their target. So you'll need to be at least 60 meters away, with at least some cover, and you'll probably have to get out of dodge as soon as the missiles.
Yes, hold again, please, and relay. Grunt, you'll have to hold this thing. It could be dangerous.
No, not dangerous. Other end is dangerous. This called
Yes, I
watermelon boom fruit from bird.
But are you... It could be dangerous. I don't want to risk you if you feel it's something that your will to live would keep you from doing.
What are you handing, Grunt?
I have no idea. Basically, it sounds like Grunt's going to be lasing the target and kind of close to it.
Yeah, but do we actually have the items, or is he just describing them?
We're
Describe it. He's described the location where they're not too far away, so it is an easy pickup. But he hasn't. You haven't actually gone out and gotten them yet. But we can skip that. So you have gotten the items. You have a lens, exactly as described, a lens that's there. And yes, it's enchanted. The doctor can tell that it's magical.
of course.
And yeah, there is a tripod-mounted laser designator.
For some reason, Grunt feels very comfortable with the laser designator, although he doesn't fully understand it.
I thought he might.
And you're able to continue on your journey.
And I am happy if it's a 350 nanometers and not 254 nanometers.
I do not have that information.
That's a little specific.
You set up camp again. You go through the night. There's really no issues. You hear crickets and birds and other wildlife. You forgot that we're there after these nights of howling wolves coming after you. Nights go evening. No dreams or anything like that. And of course we get back to the daytime. Nighttime. You strike the camp. So there goes tents out right there. And you hear this. You hear the stomping that comes from really the trees here, and you see a crazy sight. You see a large metal statue that's walking clumsily towards you. You can see that the statue is still attached to its base. It looks like it's taken the base and it's been split, and it's basically walking on the split base, and it comes towards you. And you can see that there's a plaque underneath it, but it's a little hard to read from this distance. The other thing you can see is the statue has a glowing cross across the chest. The angular symbol looks very cyberpunk. Pierre, you can notice right away that's a close to the cyberpunk. It says, "Travelers," and holds his hands wide and says, "Have you heard the good news? We can all enter the promised land. Walk with me to paradise." And then he kind of waddles on up to everybody.
I'm afraid we're actually heading in a different direction.
Yes, better are you, Pet?
You can see that the plaque itself says Saint Siegfried in the 11th century CE greatly advanced the Christianization of Sweden. So yeah,
I don't know. He might feel like he failed if it says CE instead of AD on a state.
It says 11th
I was already
century
thinking
CE.
that.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm sure there's probably in the book like that though, but I couldn't.
It is.
So.
Yes. Have you not heard the news? It's.
I'm afraid. I believe you said it a minute ago. Something about the paradise, but
Yes.
I'm afraid we're actually in a bit of a rush.
No, in camp.
But
Not
being
rush,
saved,
camp.
there's no rush in that, is there?
Saved from what?
Save your soul, of course. Don't you want to save your soul?
Well, no, a safe soul.
He comes over to Grunt and kind of bends down and gives you that little gentle hand push.
I give him a gentle hand push back.
But not so
But
gentle.
all a safe soul.
He's hard. He's hard to move.
Grunt's like, ooh, gee, heavy.
Well, why don't you all join me on my pilgrimage? I'm heading south towards the promised land of Malro, the cider.
Oh, yes. Bad news. I'm afraid he's apparently a bit of a fraud and a liar. And, well, everyone knows that he cannot be trusted.
And I was raised Lutheran, not Catholic.
Oh, this is the guy?
Oh, that was a good picture there, Robert.
Yeah, that's actually probably the statue.
That is the statue, yes.
I'm trying to see if the base says A, B, or C, but I can't read.
Yeah.
I've been trying to.
It'll be in like Norwegian letters with like lines and dots in it anyway.
You can't read Cyrillic.
I'm
pretty.
curious if the two people are stuck to his back.
That they're not, but he has certainly taken the base and using them as like they're kind of giant shoes. So yes, you there looking at Pierre. You look like you've heard the word.
Is the bird?
Bird?
The word?
Join me and be saved.
I wasn't the only one who did that, huh?
No, you weren't. I was right there with you. Bird is the word.
I have already been there.
Well, then you know the joy.
It is quite nice.
What? Which? I thought you said it was a haunted place.
It is much better than this place of...
I don't see how it's possible. It's France.
Okay.
Well,
no, you have to
Doctor,
remember.
Doctor, you do have to
Pierre-
remember. He did have to use his hands to milk a cow.
Yes. No. Go.
Goat, sorry.
Yeah, it was very
Yes.
bad.
He has not been the same since milking the goat.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rod, they milk goats.
Very successfully, some of us.
Anyway,
Yes.
that experience changed him. So just give him a sign. He'll come back to himself.
Oh,
Not
oh,
a good person.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you will join me on my walk, good sir. And he does have the Pierre and does the whole bad hand thing again. Kind of he's trying to slap you on the back. Doesn't know really kind of how to do that.
It's gonna hurt if he does.
But it's not really slapping, he's being gentle.
Ah.
But I mean, it's certainly a...
Yes. I'm afraid, as I said, we're heading north, aren't we?
Oh, you're heading home, yeah.
Yes, we're heading north, and I'm afraid you're heading the opposite direction of us. Now, if you'd like to accompany us on our quest of goodness and light, something no doubt a saint would approve of, you're more than welcome to it. But otherwise, I'm afraid that, well, we're not just...
He's a statue, not a saint.
Yes, but he's a statue of a saint. One would hope that there'd be some degree of well, consanguinity almost. That he'd act like like his well, what do you call the person on which an image is based? The original?
Muse.
The subject?
The perhaps the muse.
Well, of course,
What to go
I am closer to God than you all.
You are
Of course. This is
Grunt climbs up on him, so he's just a little taller than the man, and says, "Nope, now Grunt closer."
No. See, you are fleshy things, apparently. I've been told that I am closer to God already because I have severed my connection with the flesh.
You are talking to a host.
I tap on him till he makes a hollow sound. Ding, 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 ding.
It's not hollow.
No, this is stone.
Does it?
It's a
Brass,
solid
bronze.
brass.
This thing had to have been
Probably bronze.
painted, or if it's metal, do we think that someone's like implanted some sort of cyber tech in it?
There is that cyber cross that are on top,
Okay.
but really it looks like a bronze statue. But being an isle,
Yeah.
it is some sort of plant. You just don't know how it
Yeah,
came to be.
which means if it's got any magic, then it's gonna get there and they're gonna destroy it. Yes, Well, I believe we must pass, and I will wish you good luck, sir. They're going to destroy it when it gets to France. Shall we continue?
I'm just going to lean into Dr. Nigel. Just tell him you're on a sacred pilgrimage ourselves.
Yes, I'm afraid we're on a sacred pilgrimage ourselves. Must be doing all those holy pilgrimy things.
Yeah, he's
You
really
know,
selling it.
good stuff. Bear in mind, most Brits are not religious, and the doctor is no different.
Yes, yes, we are on a mission.
You're packing, and Saint Siegfried is telling you the excitement that he has that he is close to God, and that he's basically trying to convince you that you should join him on your way south. I'm very bad, but this would be very akin to let's see, people who stand on street corners yelling at you to repent your sins.
Yes, we have one of those.
We
have one of those down here in Stockbridge.
Have you heard the good word, etc.
Yes,
They've
mentioned
been
it.
on campus recently.
We have one that's it's a staple down in Stockbridge, not too far from where I live.
Yes, make him a clanker, and that's what you got.
Yes, excuse me. Thank you. Have a good day. We'll be going.
Oh yeah. And you get up and you start going, and he starts following you.
We're going north. I thought we were going south.
Well, yes, but you must come with me to the promised land. That's how your soul's
Nope.
crazy.
Nope. Promised land, wrong direction.
and this
No.
this goes on for a while, and then eventually you just ignore him, and eventually he just kind of gives up and turns back around and starts heading
Oh, good.
We could
That could be
get
like-
farther than him.
I'm not sure we have souls.
outside.
Yes, we can.
It's just another myth.
I thought that was a cute little bit.
I'm waiting. At one point, Robert, you'll say myth too
Cute
many
little
times,
encounter.
and the woman will show up and go, "Yes." The myth.
Dad jokes.
About another day's travel.
Oh, good. That means I'll have a long rest.
First, I'm thinking is surely you jest.
I do not.
Call me
Please
Shirley.
Please
Don't call me
do
Shirley.
that.
Um,
Surely no mates.
I think there was talk about doing another one of those. Anyway.
you eventually you come up and you see that there is in the road, looking like there's some sort of checkpoint. There seems to be a few of the Bajani raiders that are out. They seem to be they're sentries like they're guarding the road, and Jarl's like, I got this. Like just come up with me, and we'll be fine. He will start walking.
Okay.
You go with them and says, hail. And people look at him. They get on guard for him. I was like, who are you? It's like, what's? I was like, yes, I'm bringing these bringing these people to Helmar. And they're like, okay, and they kind of look at everybody like, who are you?
We're the ones going with him to Helmar. You really should listen, man.
Grunt's just kind of nodding. Points to his ear.
Okay. Well, you can pass.
Thank you.
Especially seeing a guy in a white robe.
You pass through, and Korkoros is probably like, he's like, you probably should have mentioned you had your prisoner dinner back here. But though, that's just how things work.
I can go tell them.
Would that have helped us with
It'll
it?
be fine. I don't know.
Well, why should we tell them that you're here? You tell them you're here.
It's not my place.
No, we should tell, but I figured.
Grunt
we were
turns
going
around and trots back.
to camp.
Alrighty then.
They're on guard when Grunt.
Hey,
spots
we
back
we
up.
have prisoner guy in
Yes,
colorful
yeah.
clothes.
Yes, you do, and he's with you. Okay. Go on now.
Okay. I turn around and go back. They said okay.
Should we have brought a
Good job.
leash?
Pardon?
I said, should we have brought a leash?
Oh.
No, like one of those
Scratches.
kid harnesses they call.
Aiden, I think if we were to put one of those upon Grunt, he would just chew it off.
Hmm?
It'd be fun to watch.
He kind of does his head like the GSD's. Huh?
You start looking at this camp, and you've seen the Bajani camp that was with Red Raven and her little merry band. This is larger. You can see that there are probably about 60 tents that are around. You see, just a quick count, probably around 1,000 Viking warriors that are around. You see that they do have cavalry mounted on horses. You really don't see. You can see that this camp is really transitioning into more of a permanent base. There have been trees that have been felled and split into rails. There are large pens in the western edge of the camp. There are probably about 3 dozen great dark wolves that are in this pen. You can see at the northern edge of the pen there's a gate and a longhouse around there. There are people passing you by. They're walking on. You're kind of acting like, well, you belong here.
Yeah, that's the best way to get into a place. Is just act like you belong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But really, you get the feeling that everyone's excited about something. Really,
Well,
there
dinner has
are-
arrived.
there is.
Don't
there,
have enough pig for all of them.
No, they like long pork.
there are Vikings who are drinking. There are people that basically looks like they're doing some sort of race. Whatever that's about.
Maybe ask somebody nearby as we're walking by, what's going on today?
Oh, have you not heard?
No, we just got into town and we've been on a
there's-
long trip. So
I can see you don't like you belong here, but you're with Jarl. You know him.
yeah, well, he's not been real forthcoming with any information on what's going on here today.
Well, he's been gone for a little bit. There's a moot that's happening tonight.
What?
A moot.
A
You know,
moot.
where the camp, the chieftains, they discuss news and action in the days ahead. Like where are they going to strike? What they're going to do.
Oh, and you guys celebrate that each time?
Oh yeah, of course. It means they're going to be fighting soon.
Okay.
Or going
We
to
can
do
fight
something
right
against
now if you want
pressure.
to.
No,
No, Grant. Something different.
Scrunch.
No,
Well,
it's fight. If
but-
you want to fight, you can challenge her over here.
There you
Look
go.
over
As,
there.
as the rest of them, you see this
Grant's kind of growl.
very very large shield maiden, and it looks like there's a bunch of wrestling going on. So, and
I look at Aiden.
she grabs this other large Viking and grabs him and basically lifts him up, boom, flaps him on his back, and roar.
Grant?
You're muted, Robert.
Seeing that, I will go over.
Bjorn's walking over there. Grunt's right behind
And
you. Like,
as I walk over,
Sure, I know how this is gonna go.
So which one of you two's got the romance card?
yeah, that's what I'm looking
Robert!
Bjorn found Mrs. Bjork.
I think so. what his really sounded like.
Like a fairy tale encounter. So what kind of music's playing in Bjorn's head when he turns and sees this?
No. If we want the humorous, oh sweet mystery of life, at last I found you.
Oh, okay.
He switches over to freaking poetry from death metal.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be
I
ZZ.
just can't think of what song would go into his head right now.
I was thinking
Death metal
ZZ
version
Tops
of the Rise of
personally.
Valkyrie.
So
Oh,
you,
that's true.
you see her. She sees you. She runs over to you.
Mm-hmm.
And body slams you.
Surprise the body. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
Love at first sight.
Love it first body slam.
Love it first slam, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's head over here.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You get your entire whole map for this love connection.
I'll just use.
He basically pulls him, and all of a sudden we find out he's married. Just put just don't let her put a string of flowers around your neck and give you something to drink.
Oops.
Yes, I understand.
Or do if you want. You know.
Yes.
Just be careful it's not some, charlatan. End up being like Mal.
That's where I was going.
I figured it was.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know that that's romantic, though, is it?
What?
But Mark,
I found the death metal Rise of the Valkyrie.
Oh.
Well, yeah, for a Viking it probably would be.
Yeah.
A shield maiden? She's down with that. I mean, if you can't get a Huey flying in playing it as it's launching rockets, that'll have to do. That or Flight of the Bumblebees.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. So.
Oh, I never asked you, Mike. It's different days of travel. Do you want me to keep recasting calling the quarters? Just kind of leave it where it is.
You can leave it where it is if you'd like. If you'd like to recast it, I can let you recast it. Oh, wait.
It feels cheap. I mean, I'm not going to be putting possibilities on it. So it's just a, do I get lucky and is it better? So, I mean,
You do not get lucky.
No, that's Bjorn.
Well, now that Mark said that, hey, look, good success. There you go.
Be like one of the young gun moments. He'll come and let us know when we're in the middle of a reading or doing something that he just got married.
Let's try her. Do that. There we go. Aha. That'll work better. Let's
Her name wouldn't happen to be Saffron, would it?
Not a girl.
No, it's Yolanda.
So
Okay.
she's got a standard success against you. She's trying to grapple you.
Okay.
Get a room.
Excuse me, we're not starting fights here.
And
It
everyone
is
cheers.
courtship.
Grunt leans over and says, "They're not fighting."
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I know.
I'll just move over here with
I
her.
think this is a form of courtship here, Doctor.
And
Yes, courtship.
Ah, the Swedes are stranger than the French.
Robert, did you get your possibilities?
no, I did not.
Go ahead and pop your
I-
possibilities
Throw those in. Okay. Then, well, if she's trying to grapple me, I will counter with the same thing.
Real quick,
Yes.
before, because I forgot that I had this, so I think I'll play the master plan on that romance.
We could get a love triangle.
I think she would break Dr. Nigel, so.
Probably.
Go
I'll
ahead.
pay
Bjorn.
money to watch that.
But I'm trying to break them up from fighting. Please, you should stop.
Let me actually tell you.
Now, whether or not you think it, but if you wanted to try and you can have it. It's up to you, Robert. I don't want to steal your thunder. If not, I'll just take the card.
No problem.
I'm trying to figure out what's funnier.
The funnier would be the triangle between Bjorn, Grunt, and her. But you know,
Depends upon the shield maid. It might not be a triangle.
I don't like a failure on this, so I will spend one of the possibilities.
Sure.
Of course you will.
And get a good success.
Yes, good.
Well, you certainly grapple.
Yes.
And you do a little shot.
Because she grabbed her in the wrong places. Or the right places. It was shocking.
And then in Swedish, oh, whatever. You are impressive. You are in it.
I'm sorry. I'm getting Game of Thrones vibes here. The Redhead talking to Bren.
I can just see Bjorn grabbing a hold of her going, "She goes to be the hooter." Bork, bork,
The
bork.
Hooter.
The hooter. The hooter.
No, she doesn't want to bork, bork, bork.
There you go, Dr. Nigel.
Oh, did you go get it out of the discard?
Yep.
Okay. God damn. That's a lot of discards.
There we go.
Did you have to like pick up the whole?
We will
discard?
not. We will not talk about some of this. Sometimes it'll go.
Easier to just pick them up one at a time until you get to the one you want and then say, "Oh, there it is."
Well, yeah. I don't know. The way it discards it is a little wonky. So I had to go grab. Like, okay, there's the romance card. Let me go grab it, and it went like with 50 others. So there's some improvements to make with the deck thing, but it works. Anywho, she's going to try to get out of her grapple.
Okay.
there are other Vikings around. Right?
Oh yeah, they're cheering on right now.
Check. So I can go ahead and make some drinks and some side bets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Grunt is boisterously and physically
And-
cheering on Bjorn.
And hint, while I'm doing this, somebody could lay some of those little items that need to be planted here. Okay.
Okay. Are you suggesting we call for the airstrike on this friggin' base?
No, not right now. But I mean, you're going to have them somewhat. You have to figure out where they're going to get planted.
How many of those did we get?
Well, okay. So the idea is you're going to call in an airstrike, right? So you're going to signal that you're ready with the mage light, and then target what you're going to be shooting at.
Right. And then we laser point it from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have to be at least 60 meters away. She is not happy. She's going to give you the all-out attacking. So she escapes
but not
And
for
get-
long, hopefully.
and gets to try to. Well, she will be very vulnerable. And then she's going to try to re-grapple you.
Okay.
Which she is not successful
And then I will do the same thing.
at. Mm-hmm.
And this time I am also going to all out attack because, well, why not? And let's see what happens. I have another good success. I get her back.
Uh-huh. So you're really, after a couple times of this, that as far as you're not able to get a lot of action. Because they're like,
So far, neither is Bjorn.
I'm actually getting a lot of action.
Mm-hmm. There are things being touched
Yes.
all over
Oh,
the
you
place.
got to second base. Congratulations.
So this really goes kind of. There's a lot of back and forth, of course, and eventually you wear her down to where she's like, or you're not able to really pin each other because she's able to escape. She's not really able to get a hold on her. You grab her again, and eventually you just basically kind of wear each other or wear her. She gets worn out before you get worn out.
Yeah.
And then you ask her for a date.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fight.
whoever you from.
You fight well. You fight well. What is your name?
I am Bjorn. Bjorn.
Ah,
And actually, I have to pull up my. I'm from Bjorn Bjork from Ostersund.
my name is Ian Berjolt. I am Bungie. You are here to fight with us, yes?
That I do not know. It is possible we are
Here to fight with you.
What? You are here. You are good fun.
And so are you.
Thank you.
What was her name again?
We go. I typed it out.
Okay.
Burglejolt.
Berjolt. Berjolt. Berjot. Berjot. Bridget. Probably something along the lines of Bridget.
Bearjit.
Bridget.
Bearjit.
In the woods.
Berghoff.
At the beginning, I said I
Was
was
the Bearjit in the woods?
I was going to.
It's Dan who said it.
Feel bad.
I didn't say it was good. I mean, about as bad as the miss, you know.
And so,
Miss-
a great fighter like you must be one of their leaders, one of their
What?
captains.
What?
Yes, I am a shield maiden. Hold on
Ah.
to protect. I protect the warriors. I protect our leaders.
I see.
So
And
you
I
know,
hear there's a loot where
Okay.
many of your leaders are joining into.
Over here, right down. Down.
yes, they will decide what we will do, and then we fight.
And where do you hope to fight?
Wherever they send us. If we fight the Shrika,
Until we wake up in the halls of Valhalla.
we fight.
Exactly.
We fight south and towards Malmo. You know, wherever they are set. This is where we go.
I see. Would you show me around your camp?
Oh yes. So
And
she'll show you around. She'll show you around.
okay. I'm sure there is a great hall.
Everything is
A
being
long
built.
hall.
Everything's being built.
Okay.
There is one. There are a couple of that are built. I was gonna say that is Helmar's longhouse. Obviously that was supposed to be in there, but and then over there are those flea watchers. They got their longhouse built first. And then she's pointing over to. There's another longhouse where there's those pens are,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically get the idea that that's where the handlers are, and that longhouse behind the pens. And he goes, but more importantly, here's a place where we can spend a little time together. And she like trips you,
Okay.
and then everything
that's fine.
fades to black.
Okay.
So you're out for it.
Hey, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What's that weird noise? Sounds like a dying animal coming from that tent over there.
No pig in bag still.
After your little fun, Joe says, "Hey, we should go." And actually, he takes you up towards where it looks like the meat. There's an amphitheater that's been placed around. This is what it looks like. And you see that there is a over in the middle of the seat. There's a large seat
There you go.
where
Yeah.
in an amphitheater where the stage would be. There's a large seat instead. You see a hulking frame that's overflowing the seat, which looks like it's large enough for at least 2 men. The breastplate bears broken crossbones of Korba'al. There's a tattered cloak draped from his shoulders. There's a helmet with a broken right form, which frames a withered skeletal face. See that this looks like to be Homar himself. He tosses an age-ravaged sword that's larger than many of the two-handers that you've seen before, and from one hand to the other, as if he was juggling them. As you near, you have that smell of you've smelled before. Watch this out. Okay. You smell the smell of decay and rot of a corpse. And he sees that you're there with the prisoners and with the escort, and he then changes before your eyes.
Definitely good.
Now seated before you is a handsome man with glossy blue-black hair, deep blue eyes with flecks of sparkling light, like ice floating through her fields. The sword is still weathered, the cloak is still battered, the helmet's still broken, but the man looks strong, young, and whole. The odor you were smelling has been replaced with a scent of mountain meadow. If you would like, whoever has alteration could make alteration, or you can make reality. Make a reality test.
Not like Fratmos.
And this is an individual, so.
Fratmos go tech.
So everyone can do something. It's either alteration or reality.
Alteration or reality, yes.
Are we doing something, or are we trying to find something out?
You're trying to find something. It is a 12, so the doctor did get it. Oh, yeah, Grunt.
No, you said DN12.
It is a DN12, which you made.
I got a good
You
success.
are one enough, and it's really not. It's just a little extra information.
Would I like to have an outstanding success?
No, you don't need to. You can. Everyone who succeeded, you do notice that this appearance is not an illusion. You really look from being and looking undead to being a living body in the span of just a moment.
Not like Fratmos go tack. Point back.
Goes, ah, I see you have brought me gifts. What gifts have you brought me?
Not bring Thrakmos Gotak gift.
The kind of looks at you and says, "You have one of those, okay."
You
You're
have a
indicating-
ransom?
You come forward and he says, "Yeah, you're listening." Pierre speaks up. Kokoros tries to speak up too, but he kind of waves him down and says, "Prisoner diplomat, your words are well regarded, but not the ones I think you give. So yes, you have brought me the prisoner diplomat, and you have brought me another person." And he kind of looks over at somebody. As I pay the ransom on the handler right now, and he tosses a bag of coins to Pierre. Since we spoke up.
Excellent.
Yes. You have coins right now. And he says something in Swedish, which since you're a Swedish person out here, and then the handler Charles kind of bows his head and takes off. Says, "What? So yes. So you are the Storm Knights. You are going looking around. Would you tell me a little about what's been going on? Have you run across that cyberpop obedient Laplace?
Was that the statue that was heading south?
Statue head? What did this statue head?
No, I'm afraid we haven't come across him. But yes, apparently he's animated some sort of clanker and sent it marching south to spread the cyberpapal religion. Yes, that was how we felt.
That would be some sort of in the Tokus. So, did you have any trouble with the Sodreka?
No, not really.
Didn't meet her.
It's been lying around being also
That was
both,
land.
both of us, and I assume you too. What about? I've also heard the rumors of Mobius's agents blundering about. What do you say on that?
Yeah, we took
Like
one of those
break
out
good.
to bring what's his face here.
They may have been at one point, but not much anymore.
And they're just stormtroopers.
What have you? So you've run into these shock troopers.
Yes?
Are they combat worthy?
No.
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 I mean, I guess it depends upon who they're fighting.
Perhaps
If it's a
for
bunch of
your
fifth graders, then maybe yeah, but
Did they say what they were doing here?
Actually,
Most of them were saying ow, 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 ow.
We did not give them much time.
You attack first and don't ask questions later. Okay. Since we are trading information, what is there anything I can trade with you?
Gotta check my notes.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure if there's something we're supposed to ask for.
How far back do I need to go? All the way maybe? I kind of elbow Aiden, ask if he see
Whether the
priesty guy. Yeah. He's around the lake. Why is he at the lake?
you want me to ask that question? You don't want to ask yourself?
Why priest guy from Radio Papal want to go to lake?
Are you talking about the brother Laplace?
Yes, his brother. Why does his
yes.
brother go to the lake?
Well, you see, the Techquisition was given permission to enter Isle until Euphorion discovered they were here to steal some ancient artifacts. I've had the great dark wolves encounter them several times, but they have eluded capture and lost many wolves.
What at Lake? Our Lake Arms.
He is here to steal stuff from Euphorian.
Okay.
We
What
killed
is that?
him.
Now, have you already killed him, or you're planning to?
We are searching for him. We're planning to get him off Euphorian's
But isn't...
lands.
I thought you said he was an agent of the Cyberpoke.
Yes, he was. Did you not hear what I just said?
Yes, I did. I'm
He
just...
was given permission to be here, but we find out he's going to steal stuff.
Yeah. False permission under false pretenses.
But aren't you... I mean, aren't we all technically allied with the Cyberpoke? As the forces of Euphorian?
We're not allied with Cyberpoke. Cyberpoke bad.
Shush.
You leaking doctor.
But when you
Like the
invite
ladies.
the fox into the hen house and you find out he is coming after your hens, you do not keep him around, right?
I wouldn't invite the fox into the hen house to begin with, but hey, that's just me.
Just to
What I'm
agree.
saying.
Yes, I suppose you do not. One might suggest that it was foolish to invite the fox into the henhounds in the first place.
He's disguised as another hen.
Ah, so they got the better of you.
If they came with false pretenses. We find that out. We take care of it.
I see.
Have you noticed things going wonky with the reality?
What do you mean? I've not noticed these things. Isle is isle.
So you have not noticed other realities trying to impose themselves.
No. But I will be on lookout now. Thank you. That is good information.
What kind of bad things are at Lake?
Which lake? The land is full of lakes.
Arms of tyranny. I can't say it. It's Armstar.
There is no such lake.
It's the lake we're trying to go to.
That is me.
Yes.
What if walking statue spreading radio Pope's religion is myth too, but it tried to take us to paradise? What if
And you-
Lake is
and you did
real
not-
now?
And you did not go?
No, not go.
If lake is real, we find it.
There are
That's-
only
that's it.
2 tickets.
I hate you.
Well played, sir.
Ah.
You broke Mike there. That was a
Note-
2-snort
note
joke.
note to self. Kill Pierre first.
I thought you liked Pierre.
Oh, I do, but not anymore.
You set the bar. It's a 2-snort joke.
Mm-hmm.
But if Lake were real, where would Lake be?
Not to the south. There is no such lake as Lake Isle, so I do not know what you're talking
You do know what I'm talking about. You said myth. You know myth.
It is a
Tell us
myth. It is a myth.
So tell us myth. I thought we trade information. We give you information. You give us information. Grunt's bone up and getting angry. Not giving us information you should.
You understand the myth of the end of the world, yes?
Can you be more specific? I believe there are several.
I think I heard Bjorn talking about
Catholic or
something about
Protestant?
Ragnarok the other night.
I've heard of the myth from this beast of the Ragnarok. Yes.
Yes, serpent or dragon, depending on your belief. The dog is gnawing at the roots of the world tree. Eventually it'll collapse. All the gods will kill each other. And, well, there goes the whole show.
And what is at the lake? Which starts with the
Duck.
whole Ragnarok.
Bjorn
Fenrir,
has
right?
told the doctor.
Ah,
Oh, has he? Oh.
Yes, he told you about Fenris's.
Oh, yeah. So that, okay. Sorry for a second. I was like, I feel like that should be part of Norse mythology that I know, but I'm drawing a blank for the lake. But the thing I learned in character, I will share.
well, yes, that is the lake they're trying to find. Yes, that's the lake you were asking about. So.
Yes, but believe it's not. I'm afraid that we've actually, well, our friend who's not here has had a vision that it is actually real.
Is this when you were dreaming about Bjorn?
No, not technically.
In a lake.
So
I
where
don't
is
remember
this?
Mike telling him that dream.
Where is this lake?
Well, that's the problem. When
That's my question to you.
I don't know where this lake is. You're telling me a lake of myth does now exist.
We stopped giving him information. He don't know anything.
Grant's like a kid. Why?
I actually have to support Grant's statement. It does appear that, well, you do seem to lack any sort of currency in the information department.
Also, don't know anything.
Yes, thank
Well,
you.
since I need to get ready for this moot,
Moot?
Yeah, it's their little government gathering to discuss things, but
I will need to collect the shares.
It doesn't
from the other-
matter.
I will need
it's a moot point.
It's
No
moot.
meaning. It's a moot.
the
Everyone's working
I
to get the same joke.
Every one of us was trying to figure out how to work that one into the.
I will collect the shares for the chieftains to pay for Korkorath's ransom. At the end of the moot, I will give you the ransom of 8,000 coins.
Wait. Korkoroth's not with us now, right?
Oh, he's with you. He's there.
Oh, he's standing. He's still standing. I thought he walked off. I thought he
No,
dismissed
no.
him.
You told him to shush.
Yeah.
That's all.
Told him to
He
zip.
said zip through a lake.
That's right.
Korkoroth does
So-
Korkoroth whispers to the while Helmar is talking to someone else. Korkoroth whispers to hold on, the doctor. Says, you know, everyone attending the moot has a right to be heard by the moot. If you choose your words well, you might be able to help influence the decisions of the war king. And since you are here to get this ransom, you would by the law of hospitality
Be able to attend.
to be able to attend.
Are you suggesting that we should try to direct all the folks here to attack someone else?
It's up to you and what they say. But I won't be there.
No,
Rick's getting excited.
Or actually, he would be there,
yeah, he asked
but
me.
not with you anymore because he's been official ransom.
Right.
No, he hasn't. No. You still are prisoner diplomat. We no have coin until you are ours until we have coin.
And Grunt, all right.
Damn.
Like, no, you're not going anywhere.
But of course, if you're not interested, then
You not pay for prisoner, you not get prisoner. When you pay prisoner, you get prisoner.
I think you have to make the request now.
Ah.
He has to move.
Understood. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. Yes, Helmar, I believe since we have come with a prisoner diplomat and are, well, a company of warriors ourselves, we will be partaking in your moot.
oh, that is perfectly fine.
Excellent.
And you understand what happens if there is any disruptions from anyone.
Well, yes, I do, but I'm afraid that the
No.
front here doesn't. Would you kindly explain?
What do you consider disruptions?
If someone starts attacking something.
Okay, so when he starts attacking, you're allowed to defend yourself?
Well, yeah, you would, but why would you break the mood?
Well, I mean, if somebody's
You
attacking
would,
me...
you would be able to defend yourself, but there won't be any trickery like you were trying to trip somebody into you.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I'm just making sure that we
you.
can actually protect ourselves or put
I
some
don't
sort
know.
of protection forward. And what is... I mean, that's why I'm saying, sometimes people consider certain things... You know,
Don't
cultures
worry,
are
Aiden,
different.
I protect you.
Apparently, body slamming is okay.
I don't know if that's
Well,
okay during
That's
the
just
mood.
luck.
The mood hasn't started
That's
That just
foreplay, I
love
think.
tap.
yet. Well, if you're a guest and until the mood is over, if you do anything, let's see. Since you're not sure, you have to understand that Vikings need some strong arming to keep the peace during the mood. So we want to keep the peace, right?
I understand.
I'll
Yes.
Keeping
Grunt,
peace.
Grunt holds out his claws and says, "I can keep peace."
No,
Pieces.
no. Grunt, we no wish to attack in Moot many more of them than us.
I keep pieces.
Prisoner diplomat, would you please explain to me what will happen? And he kind of waves everyone off. The next business. So Kokorov takes you off and says, if you attack,
If we instigate any kind of violence whatsoever, it's considered
afterward, if
bad.
you investigate any violence, etc., you will become cursed.
Cursed? What's this cursed?
This is cursed. That is cursed. Everything is cursed.
And you won't be able to.
You get a curse. And you get a curse.
You will not be able to get rid of this curse until you complete a quest by the god putting the curse upon the person. In this case, it would be Korra.
Ugh.
Cobra,
Well,
what?
It would be working for him.
Mark
You
knows who
can-
Corval
You
is.
can
Grunt
get
has no
your
idea.
dark,
In
dark
game,
perk.
in
You get all your dark perks.
yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
So,
In game terms, you will be hit by a divine curse. It would last until the quest is appeased by the curse and god is completed. And to avoid this curse, it is immune to card play, so you cannot do anything like throw out. Oh, opponent fails.
Okay.
It is
Well,
a die roll spell.
Ugh.
Aiden understood violence being a no-no, but he was trying to find out if there's any cultural things that were also considered no-nos.
Basically, if you look around,
If you don't
what's going
spit
on,
when the
you
main
can-
guy
you can get
spits
an
at the
idea.
same time, it's considered, yeah.
If you spit on somebody, it's not going to be a violent. If you spit on somebody,
No, I was just
Yeah,
using
you
it
can
as
hit
an
them.
example.
So
Certain customs
what
have
is
certain
the formal
ideas.
sign that the moot is over?
It's when they
that
body
would be
slam each
when- that would be when Cobra All is, or excuse me, Elmar declares the moot closed because he would be the head of it, and then the party starts.
Okay, so what is our status once the prisoner diplomat is no longer in our possession and they close the moot?
They pay you, and then you're free to go, or you can do whatever you want to.
Well, okay, I'm assuming.
Once the moot's closed, you don't get.
What are you doing?
I'm assuming though that we're being tolerated here because we have the prisoner diplomat and we're bringing him here.
Yes.
Once we no longer have the prisoner diplomat and we're not under hospitality for the moot
Stay.
because the moot is over,
Well,
do we
the-
revert to
yes.
combatants in the middle of these
The
this
meeting-
1,000 Viking camp?
the meeting is done. The moot continues without that threat of a threat of person, and they eat and they drink.
I'm just waiting to find out that Bjorn's actually
It's
Bjork
you
and
should-
the
you should
chieftain's
find it
daughter.
because the Vikings would be more interested in drinking and getting their fill and hearing what happened at the moot than fighting.
Unless you want to love tap like Bjorn.
I mean, sure, Bjorn. Bjorn is comes back. He looks a little more disheveled than he normally is.
A few more bruises in strategic places.
Okay, guys, how you doing?
So have you met with Helmer now?
Yes, all done, taken care of. We'll be speaking at the moot. I would think Aiden, well, if I recall correctly, you're probably our most accomplished speaker, aren't you?
Correct,
I mean, I'm
speaking.
kind of charismatic, but I don't know about the speaking part. Don't usually have to do public speaking. It's usually more of a. Anyway. You seem to be more educated than I am, so.
Well, that goes without saying, but
Big words not make someone educated, just hard to understand.
yes, of course. Perhaps we should find a place and we can see what cast some magics and see what approach you could take during your speaking tour, Aiden. Basically,
Yes.
I'm thinking, hey, let's find a spot to go do to go cast possibility shadows.
Sure.
Is there a tavern nearby? I'm sure Grunt would like to go see a tavern.
Oh, there's places to drink all over this. There's not a real tavern. It's
Or-
more like long tables that are out and people are just drinking from
So it doesn't automatically do the favor, does it?
Nope. So you just have to reroll with your favor.
Yep.
You don't want a 4?
I actually do not. Outstanding. That's better.
It is outstanding. On the nose.
Possibility shadow.
So it's basically we're going to get 3 questions, and I will ask the shadows what you'd like.
And I will
But I'm
puppet theater the whole thing.
I mean, I'm basically using your shadows.
And ask the shadows if Bjorn is married.
I'll do that one last.
Might be a good idea to do
Okay.
that one last.
That'll be your 4th question.
That's the plan.
So yes. Ask
Oh,
me,
the answer will be yes.
and then ask me your questions 3.
So, what questions do you all have for me to ask the shadows?
Well, we're wanting to know the direction for this lakeside, don't we?
Yeah,
That's one
that
of
will
them.
be first.
Is someone gonna betray? Is there a betrayer at the moot? Is someone gonna? I don't know how to phrase the question, but I'm worried that we're gonna be in the middle of a free for all with all these Vikings. That somebody's gonna try to kill
Are
somebody.
we going to just address the problem with the, I guess, Storm Knights on the radio wanting to get a lock on this place so they can bomb it?
Yeah, yeah.
The Swedish recon.
But I think starting with a what way do we go to find this lake is probably the best. I like that.
You can't just say where is the lake. I mean,
If we,
Stay.
I'll go with what's the best way to go, and then explaining character along an explanation that Grunt's going to ignore.
And Bjorn will help you pronounce that word.
Thank you.
pronounce that
phrase.
word.
That's your first
Phrase.
question.
Yeah, the word that, you
First
know,
question.
That is number 1.
Where is this lake? Okay.
No, well, what's the best direction for us to go? Because where is this lake? I'm worried I'll get a metaphysical answer. Whereas, what's the best direction for us to go can be well, this thing over here looks like it's got nothing to do with the lake. If you go that way, that'll
Actually,
was kind of why
before
I
you,
guess that way.
before you do that, let me I have this as my Cosm card.
Okay.
And I've been hesitating using it for this, but yes, I will go on. And since this is a big question for everyone, I'm going to play Guiding Wisdom and
Okay.
Save a
see
question.
if, save a question, basically.
Are we assuming that Fenris is a foe?
We don't know yet.
Go ahead and if you want to go ahead and play that, yep. Play the Guiding Wisdom. So before you even ask the question, Robert,
Maybe this was
Bjorn,
when we were
Bjorn's gonna,
back and
before you ask any of your questions, and before you've cast the spell, you're discussing what you should ask, and then Bjorn's like, I wonder if, I wonder where this lake is. And also the around you kind of dims right. There's a little tent off to the side. It's where there's not many people around. The light inside seems to cast some brighter shadows. Like you're like, wait a minute, I didn't count the spell. And then you can see kind of a map of let me make sure that I have the correct. Thing I can show you. Aha! Stop. Let me bring you over here.
You see, I didn't see an aha. I see a map.
So you're down over in this area here, where the horsey is. Kind of like over here. And you can actually see, recognizing, assuming this is like Vanarin, and you start seeing this, the shadows kind of part a little. And you can see me move stuff. You actually can't see me move stuff.
Oh, I'm seeing your token.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now you should see it.
This is
So
appearing. How are we seeing this?
So it's
It's
like
the light.
it's the light. There's something tricky with the light. Something's kind of going on. It looks like Dr. Nigel has cast a spell, and you see this little shadow map of Sweden. And basically, there's like a little light here indicating where you are, and then you can see the trail of basically those sparkly little lights going that. They go to you can see is Bjorn. You're kind of guessing over by Orstrand.
Yes, and I'm looking at that really intensely.
And then it keeps going up like this, and then it fades off.
Does it look like it's a land up or an up into the air up from Oster?
Oh, it looks like it's following the curve of the map, essentially. It doesn't look like it's going into the air. It continues on. It's just
That is going
I drew that.
to Ostra.
Lake
And
right
beyond.
there.
Well,
It's going beyond. It's going beyond.
yes, but I mean, it is going up through
And
Ostra.
beyond.
Yes.
And then there's your guiding wisdom.
All
What
right.
was that? Go north.
Go north, young.
Well, that preempts the first question. I am open to ideas for questions 1, 2, and 3.
Betrayal at the moot. How do we get out? Threats along the way.
You can ask about this
Are
targeting.
the Swedish recon guys real? Who should we bomb?
How about this? Who should you get the Bonji to go out?
Yes.
Oh, what should we say at the moot?
Are these basically the Biani clan that, like,
This is-
Thorfinn Biani?
Like what?
Who, I'm not sure who these folks are.
The folks that were these are the Biani. These are the bad guys who have been chasing you
Okay.
with the west.
So, yeah.
These are certainly the bad guys.
Who could we get them to go after? Is probably a good question. So, yeah, I will ask that.
Mark has a suspicion that Grunt would have absolutely no way of knowing. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for Mark to bring up something that Grunt would have no way of being suspicious about whatsoever.
Mark can always suggest, say, hey, one of the characters who has a higher intelligence might think of such and such. Because
I know, but I don't know if it's appropriate for Mark to say that, given that Grunt would have no clue about that. But I'm wondering.
Yeah, but what you're doing then is saying, hey, if you're saying Grunt doesn't have the stat to think about it, but you think somebody else's character does have the stat. Why is it
Oh,
inappropriate?
absolutely. So we watched Helmar transform from this at least an agent of Corbaal into this thing of flesh, right?
His last name is Corbaal. It's Helmar Corbaal.
Which
Okay.
is Corval's son.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's
he's clearly evil, and he has the Smiling Deceiver darkness perk, probably. So,
well.
definitely a bad guy.
No, as soon as you point out he's the son thereof, okay, well, I was thinking he was Corbaal, an aspect of, if nothing else. But if you're going to go with son of, that's just as bad. Yeah. Grunt's likening to Thragmos and all of the bad shit going on with him. And that's as bad as I can get.
So, if I can interrupt.
Yeah.
I think I've been trying for 10 minutes to see does anyone have any questions.
Yes.
Well, that's. I'm wondering if we want to ask that. That's what I'm going for.
Well, the
What
first one
is the question about Helmar would be, what is Helmar's weakness?
So we'll start with number one, Mike, so we can get this out of friggin' committee. So
Okay.
number one was, where are we going to direct the Vikings? Number two is, does Helmar have some sort of weakness? And
Don't say does, because you're going to get yes.
Sure. What is
his weakness?
That's one and two. I don't know if I don't think you need the third one before you give the answers to those, so we'll kind of hold that third one and see what the first one.
So your first question is about where can you? So what was the first question again exactly?
Where can we direct?
Where can we direct? Where do we have really the best chance of directing them to do the most good? Right, kind of setting bad guys against bad guys.
All right. So you kind of see this map forms up again.
Yeah.
To the north, walking away from the camp, you see a you see some sort of shepherd. He's walking around and he's got a rod and a crook and a rod, and behind him you see an angel flying behind him, and he's walking north. From the camp going to the south, you could see that there is a town. It kind of reminds you of Malmo. And you see that there's a lady there, looks familiar to, or look a little familiar to, as the Lady Vivian, I believe it was, who was the head of town of Malmo. And then to the east, you see some Vikings who are on horses, and they're basically kind of riding around. And then there's little arrows that are pointing to the north, and little arrows to the south, and a bigger arrow pointing to the east.
Okay, so the Vikings are probably the best target. Okay. Weaknesses, did we pick anything up there?
Weaknesses. That's interesting that you asked that.
Well, credit Robert.
I like to know my weapons.
You kind of sense that you see basically this. You see a Viking. Basically, he's got the one horn. He's wearing the robe. He's got this oversized weapon, and then you can see if something he kind of trips and falls a little, and then someone strikes him, and he falls over.
Trips and falls. All right, so we'll be maneuvering them.
You have the feeling it's a little more than something that you can do. It's something more that fate has happened.
You have to be ready for it.
Without putting it directly exactly what's going on, something would have to happen with something would have to happen during the combat round that you have no effective. It really.
Is it like a symbolism of falling from grace before you can be attacked or harmed?
No.
We need a setback.
It's probably what it kind of feels like.
Okay.
Setback or a complication? Or just a setback?
Like the cards, would the card setback be enough, or do we have to get setback on the conflict line?
That I will not tell you.
I would think they're probably the same.
I would think so too, but you never know.
Well,
Right.
good thing we have somebody who plays with the deck can help us on getting the setback.
Only a little bit.
No,
Or
I
if we
heard
get a
it's
setback,
Dr.
we need
Nigel's
to hold
fault.
on to it.
It's 100% Dr. Nigel's fault.
So that was question number 2. Question number 3.
I am not getting any ideas for question number 3, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you're supposed to ask if Bjorn's married.
That's question number 4.
That's the 4th question.
Only
You
got 3.
I didn't tell.
Grunt ears. He listened.
Well, technically, as far as Grunt's concerned, that might have been the 3rd question. Because you had the guiding wisdom. So those little shadow planets are going, I don't know what this. I'm just stirring the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have a good 4th or 3rd question.
I mean, we could ask about if there will be a complication or a problem with the missiles.
Yeah, have we asked about that yet?
Well, hang on before you do that. What about we know where the direction to head to lake. Do we know what we're supposed to do with Fenris? If Fenris is a foe or a friend, or is there something or the artifact around the lake? Because all we know is there's something there.
Yeah, that's pretty good based off of the dream that Bjorn and I saw the vision. Right, because he said kind of come free him. So,
Should we?
Freeing him caused the end of our world. Right? If the answer is yes, well, we're not going to do that then. Right?
The answer, basically, you see basically the shadow of a wolf in chains, and you free the wolf. It doesn't look like the end of the world.
Oh, good.
It still doesn't tell us whether we should do it or not. It just tells us it doesn't end the world.
Correct. That was the important part to me. Because it might be like, yes, you should do it, and then the world ends.
Well, I mean, if he was friend or foe, if he's foe, then no, we don't let him go.
But he might be foe if somebody insults him. I mean, that's...
Who would insult him?
I've asked what I've asked, so I think...
Yeah, no, we already got an answer. It's a done deal.
Yep.
Grunt pokes you in the ribs.
Oh, yes. And I'll use a candle and do some sort of trickery to make it look like I'm asking a 4th question, whether or not...
You find a candle, and you stick out your finger.
Is Bjorn married?
Oh, the answer is a resounding yes.
Oh yes, I'm afraid he is.
Congratulations,
Not
Bjorn.
that, but the magic indicates he may soon be a father.
That was.
We missed out on the bachelor party with the leaking ladies.
Yeah, I will at one point look over to Bjorn and just be like,
Well, I understand.
subtle head quick, no.
Thank you, Grunt.
I go to try and figure out how to do shape plants in this godforsaken world so that I can make him a wedding rock shoot spear.
He doesn't need his spear, already been used.
You just might need to have it checked.
It's after 9. You're good.
It's after 9.
It's after 9. Maybe it's time for a bathroom break soon.
Oh yes. How about we take a little break?
Yeah, I've got a 4-legged fellow down here who's been probably asking for one for a while.
Yeah.
Drank a full pot of tea and some water.
Amen.
When we return, we will start the meet.
So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, not going too far. We will be right back in about, say, what, 10 minutes?
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you all in 10 minutes. And we are back. Time for the moot.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! It's a moot.
So during at dusk, everyone is brought up to. You're escorted up to the amphitheater where you've been before, and Helmar is there, looking all manly. You see there are many more Vikings that are there, and actually the first things that you notice there are some trolls there.
Trolls. Those are the ones that jumped on the hood of the car, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I don't think they're the same ones though.
Probably not, but I mean, at least we
You
noticed.
know, they look like trolls, right? So they kind of look similar. Who knows?
Yeah, but you're being a species now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, if you've seen one troll, you've seen them all.
So Halmar basically starts tapping his sword point into the wood, making a very loud, hollow sound. And everyone quiets up, and he declares the moot open. And the first thing to stand up is one of the trolls, and he's like, I am Chardrill. And you hear a little.
Did he say Chardrill?
He's a barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Chardrill.
Oh, I didn't say it out loud. Trying to repeat it. This is just
Chardrill.
I heard Chardrill
That's
too.
me. That's me. And you hear a lot of disgruntled rumbling from the rest of the Vikings. And everyone else, all you hear are like, damn trolls. He says, hey, we who are expected to fight alongside you deserve to be heard by you. I've heard that even the core or humans have authored trolls' citizenship in Copenhagen. Luke kind of basically everyone is they're voicing the displeasure about this. They're like, wow. There's a lot of grumbling on like stupid Copenhagen. And then Helmar taps his sword in his sword again, and he responds as yes. The lunatic notations are precisely why Core Earth is doomed to fall. I doubt that Copenhagen's leaders live to make good on their offer. Uthorian has sent Wyvern and Dorger to Copenhagen to slay them. And people are kind of like,
Were those some of the forces we already defeated?
sounds like it.
Copenhagen.
Aiden, you should let them know that we've already defeated those. Well, not we.
Why would we do that?
You don't have to say it was us. Just we had been there and saw that those forces have already been beaten back.
Well, we did, but they are letting trolls
Yes.
be people.
Yes. So if Aiden doesn't want to stand and say it,
Don't say anything.
Yeah, Aiden was like, I don't know if I want to point.
stand up and gets pulled down. That's what you guys.
Yes.
What's the problem?
They don't need to know. This is a need to know basis.
But to try change.
Troll can be people. Major Uni liked troll.
Just let them continue.
Oh, very well. I'm sure you understand barbarians better than I.
Well, we can let the trolls know after the mute's over with that that's still a thing.
And then at this point, Helmar smacks his sword and is like, so, as is tradition, and he kind of like looks at a few Vikings and they kind of go over to the trolls and they escort the trolls out of the mute.
Why were the trolls? Do we have an idea why the trolls were escorted out?
It sounded like they're not allowed. They weren't allowed here, but they wanted to be here because they've heard about the trolls in Copenhagen having the same say.
If y'all can handle without me, I'm going to sneak out and go talk to
You
the
got
trolls.
this covered. You're probably better
Yeah,
to talk
I'm
to
going
him.
to sneak out and go talk to the trolls.
Right.
Yeah, there's no real sneaking out.
Okay.
You're really a little more front and center.
Yeah, but
So
he's got a
unfortunately, I
weird
can't
resemblance,
get
so maybe we can just say he's affiliated with the trolls, so he figured he had to leave with them. If somebody asks.
Do we? Okay, so I think this is our opportunity. Do we want to point out that anything at this point before the trolls walk out of earshot? Because if we sway the trolls to not fight for
Well-
Helmar, now I think is our opportunity. Otherwise, the trolls are done.
So Helmar
Well,
slaps
okay,
his sword
actually-
down. Okay.
Point of
What-
order.
what is next?
Point of order.
It's my order.
No, I just wanted to point out something that before these troll gentlemen leave, they are correct, and they are being recognized there as citizens. So if that has any bearing on them whether or not they're able to or need to leave,
Would you like to make me a?
I would love to make you a roll since I am not a talkative person myself.
Persuasion or trick test.
Well, it ain't a trick, so it'll be a
You know,
persuasion.
14.
Can I help with intimidation and look imposing? By my friend?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will help him not doing anything.
You know what? I'm going to spend one of these. I mean, this seems a little bit. So I'll drop down to 1. Let's hit it. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have a hero? That's only a 50. That's only what?
The die
50.
total is a 50.
Die total's a 50. You get
Yeah.
the hero of a drama, and someone has
I
a
have it.
glory.
I have a glory in my hand. I mean, in my my
We're
hand.
not in combat, so
You're not
this
in
is all
combat,
good.
So
this
that'll
is all
work.
fine.
So if
We need
anybody's
I-
drama or a hero.
There's,
I have a drama.
all right,
What if you
flurry,
glory?
coup de grace, or mistaken identity.
Everybody's like, I got one.
I
I will
will,
just play the drama for you.
and I will give Soaring Sooth this.
Aiden.
That's a silver tongue
Glorious.
now.
All right.
Persuading trolls to Alright, did you
Got the 60.
play the drama?
I'm
play the glory?
doing the glory now.
Play the glory. Any other cards going out here? And if you want to give me, oh yeah, you for sure there too. Everyone draw a card. I want to see. If you don't get a card, let me know because we're getting more decks.
Who played the glory, by the way?
I did.
Aiden
That'd
did.
be Aiden. He rolled it. He played it. And we'll talk about any law of enchanting a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to draw a card. There we go.
What I get?
Yeah, I got to reconnect.
So did
Do you
I.
want us to add our possibility, or
Yeah, go ahead and connect your
Dan, what number did you get on your reconnect?
Oh, no, give me a second. I'll take a look.
I got a 72 reconnect.
87.
I got an 87 reconnect as well.
Oh,
So did we pick? Did we hit the button at the same time? I guess.
that could be. Go ahead and. Hold this down.
Not saying that it's not a good thing that we have a lot of reconnects laying around, because
Hey, Mark, go ahead and discard your reconnects and I'll see what happens with the hands. And then go ahead and draw a new card.
Mine's still here.
I got a drama.
Okay.
Well, let me close out and bring it back up and make sure it's still here.
I'll have to check the
Yeah, it's still
I'll
here.
check the cards after we're done here. It's in. Anywho. Because we're got a little bit to go.
That's interesting.
That's what I'll have to see if that's a thing.
Like a known bug.
Yeah, well, a lot of it too is because everyone's set up to draw their own decks. So, yes. So, Aiden, your silver tongue has basically convinced a few of the Vikings, like, you know what? Not gonna hurt to let him stay in the trolls. Oh yeah, we could just stay. and you get the biggest side eye from Helmar. You get the sense he is not happy with you at all.
It would not be the first time somebody was not happy with Aiden.
I cross my arms and stand menacingly behind him and front eye Helmar.
So, let's see. Yeah, whatever it ends up being is going to have to be something with either persuasion, persuasion or charisma. I suppose would be a good idea.
There's another man that stands up to break the tension in the room. You see a man in ballistic armor, sporting metallic knuckles. Has a hint of occult tech. He rises to speak. By his side are Vikings that look like they're some of the Vikings that have automatic rifles. They are proudly holding them and brandishing them. He introduces us. I am Captain Odyssey. You do notice that his uniform tag says Shchugnov. He says that he reports that he and his fellow mercenaries have gotten the better of several engagements with the Sordreka cavalry. Should the mood decide to attack the Sordreka stronghold, which is the east, near Sundersval, their march should be free from the raids and harassment to the very near the main body of the enemy. And the move there's a loud cheer from this. Like, yeah, we're winning. He's also here to. I would also like to recruit more Vikings to your Thorian scouts. Reports of Swede recon forces and other core Earth elements are on the rise. We must counter these.
Didn't we get from the possibility shadows that the east is where we want to send these guys?
I thought so.
That was the bigger arrow.
That was my.
I kind of pop Aiden in the back.
Okay.
Does anybody have a transfer, by the way?
No. If I did, I would love to have it right now.
Can't give you any possibilities, Aiden.
Okay.
Didn't he just say that the east was? What did he say? Did he say it was secure, or that they were doing well, or that they needed to go there?
He says that should the Newt choose to attack the Sordreka strongholds in east near Sundersval, the march should be free from raids and harassment until they are very near the main body of the enemy, because they have been picking out scouts and cavalry there. He's there to recruit more Vikings for the Thorian.
And we don't recognize him or any of his Vikings, right?
No. You recognize the Vikings. Those are some of the Vikings that had automatic
With the guns, yeah.
when you crossed over from Copenhagen to Malmo. They had guns.
Aiden.
Yes.
Element of surprise is good. They should go to the east.
You want me to tell them to go to the east?
That was what Shadow Puppet said. Right before it said Bjorn was married.
I will look to the rest of the group and see, or actually I'll look to the smartest one in the group. Is that
Helmar, basically notices the cheering and the room kind of settles down a little as he taps his sword again and there's a resounding rattling noise through the amphitheater. He says, yes, it comes to it then. What should the warband do?
I think they need to go to the east.
Should we head east to raid the Sordreka strongholds near Sunderval, as it seems the way seems to be clear? Do we continue north on the trail of Brotherhood Place in the direction of the renegade barony? Or do we strike south from Malmo to capture the city as a base for further raiding the core of Sordreka holdings in Copenhagen?
Grunt's just assuming that anything else I say from here on out is actually going to be listened to.
Well, okay.
Hayden doesn't think so after he got that high.
I'm horrible at this, but I will speak up. Well, no.
You're not.
I have that whole -4. No, somebody else needs to speak up.
Tell him go east. I'm popping him in the shoulder.
Okay.
Helmar is continuing his ideas.
Monologue.
This is, yeah, the little bit of the monologue here as he talks about a little about it's just like if you strike east, Sunderval is not a small target. The attacks of the cavalry may have blinded them, but they're not out of the fight. The city may have to be sieged. We do not have the fleet support to support the siege at this point. If we continue following in a place, you can tell the mood of the mood itself and the Vikings there. They're a little bit excited about striking east. Then when Helmar starts talking about the following in place, you can tell people are kind of like a little eye rolling. Seems a little. You get the feeling they're a little bit tired of this. It's like the cyber papacy has alluded to this. The wolf handlers and trainers are taking losses faster than they can train and replace the wolves. The glowing demons are indeed fearsome. The cyber papacy has. What the resistance to the cyber papa weaponry the wolves enjoy are not shared by the clans themselves as well. But we know that Euthorian wants this. Going against the Dark One is generally not the path to happiness.
I would propose something if you would hear me then, sir. Helmor, that's his name. I keep forgetting.
Helmar.
So, I am a mage, and my magics have already told me that an attack upon the Vikings to the east would be excellent. I would predict a high degree of success. Now, Helmar, you have said that it is unwise to ignore the Dark One's will. May I suggest that you, and I'll point to Grunt, that you use my demon-slaying friend here and send him after the demons of this cyber papacy. He's been wanting to destroy them for a very long time.
I brandish my obsidian claws.
That way, we can have the excellent fight, the victory, and the loot that the Moot wants, while at the same time giving Lord Uthorian what it is he craves.
Would you like to? It sounds like you're doing a little bit of a tricking.
We don't want to
Or would you like to
Uthorian
persuade?
anything.
Well, I'm equally bad at both of them, so I'll just go ahead and
Dealer's choice then.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
oh wait, no,
Well,
Trip is
actually,
mine. Sorry,
if you don't mind an assist,
I am taking assist.
Bjorn would understand and say, "We have fought these glowing things before and defeated them."
So, okay, we're going to the trick.
And since he's using me as a prop, can I use my intimidate because he said I'm a demon slayer to help him?
He's trying to trick him.
He is, but he said I'm dangerous.
If you want to help him, you can help him with the trick. The intimidate's really not going to aid in the trick itself.
I'm not going for extra effort. I'm just giving him the.
Look at that, Mark.
All right. So you've got an 11. You need at least to hit a 14. So you're 3 off.
They think I can kill a demon.
No. That's Mark rolling to help me.
Oh,
Yep.
marking up. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Grunt actually
sorry.
being helpful.
Then you got a +2. You need a 14. That's not a trick test.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm going to have to put a possibility on this. So let me.
You knew that out of the gate.
You're correct. Well, because I figured, I rolled piss poor.
I got a drama if you want it.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, this is interesting. I'll start with the possibility.
Okay.
Actually, no. You know what, Mark? I will trade you a card for the drama. Go ahead and play the drama, and I'm just going to send you this card.
Before you go too far,
Oh, crap. I hit play. Can you send that romance to Mark?
Yes.
I know how much he likes them.
Rod, just before you start adding extra cards on top of all this, I have a second chance if you want to start with a different number.
Nah, I have enough possibilities. I'm okay.
Okay.
Plus, second chance could make a bigger... now, I didn't put in that it was a difficulty of 14, because
Yeah, but you made the 14. You made the 14.
it was a standard success, and hopefully Mark now has the romance card that I should have passed him instead of playing.
I think we're getting close to the end of this, so it might be beyond my ability to play, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, you know what you can do instead?
Uh,
If you could play, take a possibility, because weren't you saying you were short?
No, I got 4. I was going to give Dan.
He's
Give
trying to
the
get
card
him
to Dan. Yeah, Dan can drop it because he's only got 2. Of course, yeah.
All right, so here's what we do.
Or
Dan,
Jim.
Yeah, Dan, give Mark a card.
Pass market card.
Pass Mark a card, and then you're going to take credit for that romance getting played. That work for you? It gets you a possibility and a card since you're a little short.
Alright. I pass this to
I thought
you,
Dan was
Mark.
taller.
Grunt.
I'll help you out the same way, Jim, since you are also a little low. I'll pass you the other romance I had in my hand.
Wow.
So you can give me a card, Jim.
When the mood goes to shit, we're going to be flush.
Yeah, the second chance is definitely helpful, but then that lets
Oh,
you
shit,
get the possibility in card.
I'm supposed to have another possibility because we got one for the glory and I never put it on
Yeah.
there.
So it's 3 more for me.
You might actually want this too. So I will pass you this.
That's not terrible. I can use that.
Yeah.
Alright. So the card play, I think we've restored the game state and dealt with the issues that a few folks were worried about.
Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, you seem to get everyone like a little bit of agreement. Like, everyone's kind of like blah 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 blah. And then behind you, a figure pops in, the figure of a Red Raven. And she pops up, she's like, "Don't forget Malmo. Let me tell you why Malmo is not yet in." Excuse me.
Uh-oh. This doesn't go good for us unless
Let
we
me
shut
tell
her
you
up.
why Malmo is not yet in Bajani hands. Red Raven, she recounts the raid in the Bajani compound by y'all.
So she describe it as they did it.
And she emphasizing the effect the agents had on the battle. Describing exactly who did what and how. Like, yes, you are a mage because you were able to portal.
Do you
the
have
way.
any actual proof of that?
So, why fight again for Malmo? Because these Storm Knights will not be there. They pursue Laplace and the artifacts. This leaves this leaves the Malmo militia against the might of our warband. Those are great odds. And the rousing cheer from the Vikings goes up. So yes, if you're not there, they don't have a defense.
They listen to Coward. She run away. She not fight. She coward. Run away.
Plus,
Take words from Coward.
assumed that we haven't set that
So,
power
Grunt,
defenses not set up following battle.
hey, Grunt, would you like to roll a DN14 persuasion or trick? Because you're the one who spoke up first.
Sure.
Dr. Nigel, if you would like to help.
I was trying to help, yes.
Are we persuading or are we tricking, Dr. Nigel? Because it sucks both ways for me. Trick?
I can help
Okay.
you with trick. There you go. So you have a +1.
There you go.
Where do I put a +1? Just the description?
Down in below, there should be like three boxes where you can type them to. Just put
Yeah.
one in. Yeah. That's the easy way to do it. And we'll make sure it's there.
It's DN14.
At the N14.
That's alright, I'm putting that. If you didn't know, I'm putting a possibility on it.
Yeah, kind of figured that one too.
I mean, come on. We just hit glory. Decrement.
Yeah, with a rather crappy roll to begin with now. Remember that. Well,
That looks like a success.
I just put it on a 10. I didn't realize I needed a 14. This is a trick, and that's a mind, and I don't have any
Okay.
mindy stuff.
You made it. You made it.
You made it
You
15.
15
Okay.
versus 14. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you get a plus 10. You're fine.
you play off of that. What kind of Viking runs from battle?
The kind you should not listen to.
Denies themselves the chance of going to Valhalla.
And you know this is true because she's still here. The rest are dead.
Yes, left
So-
her men to die.
So Helmar looks up and kind of like says, "Okay, well, what about the east? We haven't discussed that yet."
No,
You
you
have
should.
it.
You don't
It's
need to
good.
don't go to the east. You don't need to go to the east.
Dr. Nigel says good.
I thought the east was where we were telling them.
East is where we want them to go.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
that's-
already being shot out as being kind of an enemy to what they're trying to do. So if we tell them to go east, then they may not go east.
Well, we already did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
we
now
now stay out of the conversation.
Well, we threw shade on Raven for
Being alive.
Being alive in a
for
crowd.
being alive.
So after some more discussion, that goes on for a while, whether they're going to seize Malmo or seek the artifacts, and things are pointed out that you have said and persuaded them. Look, hey, these 6 people just kick Raven in the derriere. She's just mad at them. So that's why she's speaking up for that. Everyone's really tired about going after the artifact. So, yes, the moot decides that they're going to strike east, so towards the Sotri. And then there's a little more formality. Formality being in the gaining or getting money for the prisoner diplomat. You are all presented with 8,000 gold coins.
Now your prisoner diplomat.
From the previous one, there were 600 coins for the Jarl, so you get the split 8,600 gold coins for everybody, or you can give it all to Grunt.
Yeah.
Why? Grunt is going to bury it somewhere.
No, no, not Barry.
Where? He might wear it.
Put it in pile and you roll around in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then the moot is declared to the end, and everyone cheers, and they head off to feast, and it's a Viking party.
Well, see, I understand the
Do
cheering.
we think this is time for us to slip out?
Oh, it looks like a good time to slip out. No one's worried about you. Everyone's distracted. I mean, they're not worried about you probably because they have the numbers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have to laze the target.
Yep.
Well, we have to put the little flashy thing somewhere.
Well, but perhaps, may I suggest, gentlemen, since they're going to go attack the other Vikings, who are also no friends to the Swedes, perhaps we should just let them do that instead and call in and say the airstrike is not needed.
So,
I mean, I don't believe in airstriking a village anyway, because there's a lot of innocent people in here. Children.
This is not
women.
innocent village. It's a camp of enemy. Blow up.
I was going to say, Dr. Nigel, the Sortreka, if you remember correctly from Act 1, they were the other Viking clan that is in Copenhagen.
Yeah, weren't they attacking as well?
They were fighting for Copenhagen.
Oh, okay. I
They're
had
not fighting us.
that they were
Yeah.
North Vikings.
I'm going to see if
Yeah,
Everyone.
no decision was a. You were going to send them into someplace anyway, or they were going to go someplace anyway. It just depended on where they got sent and decided to
and while they're scouting out a place to go, I'm going to see if Bergalots would like to join me out in the woods.
Alright, so you're going to leave the party and head off.
Robert
for a little
slipping in
twist.
and out.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to slip in and then back out, just get into the
In,
forest.
in and out.
What would the
Defeat as necessary.
What would the rest of the group like to do?
Well, I guess if this is the target that we're supposed to laze, then I guess we'll do that and leave.
Well, we need to get 60 meters out first.
I thought we had to plant one of the items here, and then
No.
No,
It's,
no.
the
The
way
idea
it's-
you
So
use,
it's-
you
we
use
use the magnifying glass. We hold it in our hands to basically let the Air Force know that we're ready for the targets for the missiles to come, and then we use the laser pointer to paint the target.
Show them what to shoot at.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Mhm.
No, we don't plant anything in the town or the village. We get
It's like
60
when you
meters
do
out
your
and then-
spells that you throw at people, you point your finger at them, and the spell hits them. This is the finger.
I understand. But
And you
explain-
get to choose which one.
Vikings number 1.
all right, so then I guess we leave and do that thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so everybody but Bjorn is
Well, I'll
off
be
lazing the
joining them.
target.
He has left too,
Okay.
60 meters into the woods.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
he's,
just seeing.
he's out in the woods. You're out in the woods.
Yeah,
Everyone
I'm
else-
just
but you're,
seeing if
you're
she
a little
wants to join me.
separated because
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
you're
it's
trying
okay.
to get her out into the
I'm
woods.
trying to get her
To
out
save
to
her
the woods.
life was my
Yes.
thought. That's what I figured
That's
you'd do.
why I'm doing it.
okay. So
Because I have a possibility to spend on her if needed. So.
to find a nice little discreet spot where you could start triggering everything, I need a stealth test.
Ooh, I think Grunt has stealth.
I have an 11 stealth.
Since there are
I have a
five of
10.
you,
2 ranks.
so
Stealth.
everybody but Bjorn. It is going to be a.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a nice hidden spot but for completely different reasons.
Right.
Mhm.
You're finding a nice
Is
secluded
just
spot.
everybody roll
Secluded,
individually,
yeah.
or you need
He's
one
being
roll for all the
stealthy
group?
too.
Well, Bjorn can
Because I
I
have
was gonna
12
say,
training.
Bjorn can try to be stealthy, but it's not going to be stealthy after long.
It's going
Yeah.
to be a
Not if
DC
he's doing it right.
13
Now, is
DC
this
what?
individual or
13.
as a group?
as a group.
So I have 12 trained. If anybody
Alright,
with
then
some
we should assist you.
assistance.
I'm assisting.
I will help.
I helped.
Extra
you-
help.
You have extra help, so you're +3.
Plus 3. What would I put? Now, we
Uh,
discussed this a minute ago.
Doctor going to try?
Is this under
I thought
bonus?
that he didn't want. He wasn't going to require a roll.
Oh no, no.
You want to be 1 help and not extra effort.
That's best. Trust me.
Alright, so what's the standing?
Nice.
What's our?
13.
No, the plus. What do I get? Plus.
+3.
3.
And we said that was where do we put that in?
You'll see at the bottom. There's like 6 boxes. You put it in one of those
Just
boxes.
put a 3 in there.
Right, help and the bonus.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright. Let's see.
There you go.
Did it count? Yeah,
you
got
get
it.
a standard success. You're fine. So you're able to find a place where you can basically hit the light and go, oh, okay, this is Rune's go. But it seems that where you're calling the planes to start coming in. Now you need to go find a place where you can use the laser designator. So I'm going to need another stealth test from while you're setting up the designator.
Alright.
Another group one?
Yes. So you're going to be a plus uno.
I don't need to type in a word for that, do I? Let's see. No. Possibility. How's that work?
Well, yeah, definitely works. You do notice that that Captain Odyssey person is walking by, but doesn't notice you as he's smoking a cigar. Let's see here. Our next test. We need a heavy weapons or a science test of a challenging DN12 for the laser designator, and only one person can do this.
I'll hand it to Doc.
Yeah, I figured. That's gonna have to be a science roll.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
It's gonna
Sleuth might have it too.
It's going to be a 12.
A DN12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, science is gonna be. I don't have skills yet in science.
No one has willpower or action. You got.
I have a willpower.
All right. You want to go ahead and play that, and I'll send you a card. You like coup de grace, I think.
Mm-hmm. Put that on there. There we go. And so you light the target. Feels like an eternity. Really kind of waiting for you.
Really does.
There's you hear the laughter. There's maybe a loud crude joke is said. And then you start hearing the sound of an approaching jet. Dozens of Vikings cheer, sparks fly into the air. That doesn't happen. Someone got her out of dodge. But really, the jet noise gets louder. The bleary-eyed Vikings are looking up in the sky, searching the source of this roar, except for Helmar. He's a very large, imposing figure. And Doctor, you kind of look over for a moment because you're trying to wait for this jet too, and you see him. He sees you. He sees in the mist that laser targeting item, the laser targeting designator.
I
That's
wave.
going on.
Yep.
And then you see the missiles. The missiles are coming in, and they hit the longhouse. You could hear the pain and the howling of wolves. And then above all the explosions, Helmar yells, "It's the Storm Knights! Kill them!"
It's time to
Bjorn,
go, guys.
Yep.
you also hear the missiles in the fighting, and Bridget, because I'll just say Bridget. She's like, "Ah, what's going on?" And then she looks at you because she hears also Elmar's, "It's the Storm Knights." And says, "You better run now," as she leaves towards the camp.
Okay. Are you sure? You should come with us.
Okay, I'm done anyway. We can go.
Okay.
You weren't that good.
Well, I mean, I wasn't doing this for you.
No paternity for that one.
So, I'll
So all
try
of
to
these.
find my people.
So you're basically. Look back over here too. That's on fine. Boop. Fine. Peoples. I'm
My
missing Bjorn.
peoples. Oh,
Where are you, Bjorn?
Yeah, I'll probably be off a little ways,
Oh, you're over there.
but I'm going to
Okay,
go find my people.
Aiden.
Where's Aiden? Where'd you go, Aiden?
That's a good question.
What'd you do?
No, Aiden's over there with the
Oh,
group.
you're probably
Yeah, Aiden's not here.
Aiden's in the group. I can see him right there. As I'm pointing on my screen, like you can see me.
there you go. There he is.
Oh, it was Soaring Sleuth that was under me that I couldn't see, but you guys couldn't see me.
So really, you start having It looks like it's a good time to run because you have the whole camp coming up.
Yeah.
So would everyone like to make me a DM8 maneuver test? You're really trying to run past drunken Vikings at this time, or who are attempting to grab you. This will be an
Maneuver?
individual test for everybody.
Maneuver.
Maneuver, yes.
Ooh, I got a rank in this.
There we go.
Said 8?
8, yes. It's an easy.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So, Doctor,
Are
Time for
we,
that second chance you didn't use earlier.
I don't
Wisely.
I have the second chance.
Are we able to play cards?
Oh, you're able to play cards, yes. This isn't a combat situation yet.
Okay. Then, Jim, if you want to play this, I will pass you a card.
Yeah, this feels like, gameplay-wise, this feels like more like a chase that's happening.
Ooh. Hold on to that. We might need that.
That's why I gave it to Jim. There's no way I'm getting rid of it.
Right, and I will play the second chance for you.
Thank you.
Hmm. So everyone's made it.
Not
Nope.
yet.
So
I,
far.
Not yet.
You're not a 4K, are you? I know.
not for dexterity, no.
Yes, okay.
Because
Not yet.
and no, actually, nothing that I have is going to make me a 4K here.
Yeah.
If we go to Core Earth, then yeah,
That's different, yes.
Surge, I will. So we'll go ahead. I've already that possibility, and we'll turn that into a good success.
There you go. Alright, everyone's that you're able to, I mean, these are drunken Vikings. It's apparently it's not too hard when you use cards and possibilities to get out of the reach.
Otherwise, yeah.
Otherwise, you would have been grappled.
Ugh.
Bjorn
So
was
you're
grappled.
able to go. You're able to run away.
Well, yes, but that
I
didn't.
am very good with running.
Run away, run away.
I am better at flying.
I want to fight Vikings.
Or portaling.
But you're
Uh,
running.
So the only thing I would say, Grant,
Fine,
if you would like to turn around and start fighting some Vikings,
No.
that is
Yep.
that is an option. I don't think it's the best option since there are at least 1,000 of them.
Mind.
Not anymore. Airstrike.
I was saying, how many of the
Oh,
airstrike?
sure. That you know, they may have killed a few. Didn't kill all of them.
More importantly, it got the wolves.
I mean,
so,
okay.
So there, as you're running, there are some more the more sober Vikings, and you basically
Oxymoron.
these arrows come shooting at you. Grunt,
Yes,
you get the first volley.
I am dodgy.
Plus 2.
I am dodgier.
Let's see. How about Aiden? Yeah, Aiden's next. Nope.
Aiden is dodgier.
And the doctor.
Oh, thank you.
The doctor is not dodgier.
I said no, thank you.
That'll be 2 shock.
Yeah.
And we'll go with Pierre.
Oh,
And how about some soaring sleep? And that'll be 2 shock to the soaring sleep.
See.
2 shock to the soaring sleep.
Yep. Take it.
And then we have some Bjorn.
You shot. Plus, you have good success on the.
BBD.
Still
2 shock. No, that should be less than 2 shock because your toughness is high. I wonder if it didn't switch over for your turn.
Oh. Yeah. My
Yeah,
toughness
it's going to
is-
be 1 shot. A shot.
Okay.
So I mean, arrows are flying around you. Bjorn finally catches up and says, "Hey guys, what's up?"
You don't dip in your wick?
I was moving
I-
myself. I think you moved me too. So.
Yep,
Very good.
that's exactly what happened. Like, hey guys, what's up?
Cinderella Liberty over. Cinderella.
Well, I tried to get her to come with
Let's see, that didn't work out too well.
us. No.
You're able to.
Already divorced.
Yes.
Long
you're able
distance
to.
relationship never
I mean,
worked.
Grunt might not like that. You know, he seems to be one of those believers in death till you part. So
You're able to make it into the forest a little more proper. I need everybody to make an individual maneuver test.
Again.
Is this a 10?
This is a 10. As you're running around, you're running through the trees. It's a little dark. There's roots that are exposed,
oh,
etc.
where's my roll? Okay.
Can
It
I
is a
just
good-
put Dr.
Shit ton of dice out there.
Dr. Merriweather? Can I just put Dr. Kenworthy on my back and carry him?
It's all individual. So
It's
if
a
you
good
do,
thing I
it's
can
just
fly.
if you do, he just hits. I mean, he hits a branch and falls off.
Yeah.
Those who fail are going to just take some fatigue as you're
I'm not failing.
stumbling around.
Alright.
Well, you all look to be having some trouble with those roots. Perhaps you should learn to fly.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
So quit your day job.
I have not. They're still trying to fight. They're still. You hear the Vikings that are. You hear the Vikings are behind you.
This stupid place with grass and
Oh, grass
Flora.
and what was that? Snares and traps that you're running into. So now I need everybody to make a survival test, all individual. And it'll include you, the soaring sleuth, because you're trying not to fly too high. And you're
Why did
trying
they
not to
put
run
nets in
into
these
stuff.
trees?
Exactly.
Survival's
Yep, this would be a mind test.
Mind test.
This
Yes.
ain't gonna go very well.
I will spend the cost.
All these skills, I plan on taking points in later, but I wanted my ears first.
So I think Dr. Merriweather is the only one to have survived yet. Soaring sleuth,
Grunt did.
Grunt did,
Which is
so did
surprising.
Bjorn.
I had to spend the possibility to do it.
Okay.
You
I
know
do
what?
have-
I will spend a
Here?
possibility as well.
I don't want to, but
That gives me a 14.
Yeah, he's doing standing. So everybody's fine. You're able to dodge the nets and the snares and spikes and everything going on. Finally, you're able to get through the forest and you break out into a clearing over here. But you find there are
Ooh, sorry, I was trying.
Bless you.
Thank you. I was trying to mute, but I pressed the speaker instead of the mute button. Because that's easy to nowhere.
you see that there are some of these darkness wolves that are chasing after you.
I mean, now it has to be a dexterity.
I say we make it into an unarmed combat instead of a dexterity.
Oh no, this is actually fight time.
Okay.
They caught us.
I was open, so
Everybody on the tracker. And I'm going to begin some combat. Distraction. Characters with concentration effects must succeed 16 concentration, or the effect immediately ends. The villains will be set back, and the heroes will go second. Intimidate and maneuver are free. Since the little doggies seem to be a little bit on fire, they roll on the ground to put the fire out and are unable to do anything.
Why are the little doggies on fire? That's
There's
good.
Because you shot them with Hellfire missiles.
I'm good with that. No, just making sure.
That's why they're
I
on
mean-
fire. They escaped and they.
But I'm telling you that this combat is going to stink because burnt fur smells bad.
Probably.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
guys are
Only way it could be
not-
worse is if we threw water on it at this point.
So that's the villains heroes. What would you like to do as these dogs approach?
Grunt is all about unarmed combat in melee, so I will wait until the shooty guys get done shooting, so I don't have to worry about dodging any of the shooty guys.
Thank
Let's
you.
see, where's our thing?
I'm looking for. Did you say the villains were set back, or are we fatigued?
The villains were
The villains are set back. This is not. This is a standard.
Okay.
I'll just pop off these two here. So let's. Where's my thing? Here it is. There we go. I'll use this one. I'll spend the shot to get rid of the negative. Ah, jeez. Whatever. I'll play it. That's a good success. So I need to
So
roll
roll that
BD for
BD.
you. There we go. 1 wound, 2 shock.
One shot. It'll take the move.
Yay!
Shot.
I will take the recovery action and be done. Because I took a bunch of shock.
All right.
I'm gonna fly. Wow, that's a lot farther than I thought it was. Are those meters right? Or that distance
No,
right?
no. It's just a general. I mean, we're,
Okay,
we're just
that's
in a kind of a general.
Okay.
Where you gonna fly? What do you want to do?
I'm just flying behind them.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna screech at that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
It's gonna take some shock.
Okay.
And Bjorn is going to come in the middle of these guys.
You're gonna hit. You're gonna be able to hit 2.
I can only hit 2.
You can only hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I just,
Okay. Then if I can only hit 2, I will also maneuver at the same time.
okay.
And I'm doing an all-out attack on them. I'm going to roll my maneuver since it's the lowest.
Since you're flying Soaring Sleuth,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that there are 3 groups of 20 Vikings that are running towards the group.
Like, towards us?
Yes.
How many rounds?
Incoming.
Yeah, how many rounds do we have before we have to deal with that?
More than 1, less than 6.
So DSR 5.
Let's
you
make-
know,
Let's make this quick, boys.
yeah.
Well, these two are dead. aren't
Okay. Sure.
Okay, that was a 14 to hit. Sorry, for the maneuver, and that will be an 18 on the melee attack.
So your melee attack is a good success.
Okay.
Do we have a
And,
card on the rules? Mike?
Your pardon?
Do we have a
I
card
forgot
on the
to.
rules?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Do we have? Are there more than 6 wolves?
There are 6 wolves.
Because I took 2 out, right?
The wounded, yes.
Oh,
that is
okay,
correct.
wounded-
You wounded. You did not take them out.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
You shot 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was making sure one
How
wasn't
do
what to come out.
I just roll dice?
Slash. Do a slash R space 1d6.
So that will be a total of axe, 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're going
And
to
I'm
do,
making them both funnel.
okay.
In
You're doing
case.
you're doing just shop to them.
Mhm.
I need to get their card. Hold on. And your maneuver was a 14, is that correct?
Yeah.
So you should be able to see them now. So there was a standard success. So vulnerable. Got some shockers for me here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, who's next?
I will go ahead and attack that one.
Okay.
On the arm. Okay.
All right. And total 3. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, Grunt needs to go.
All right, yeah.
Slaughter
Let's
them,
see.
Grunt. Kill them all.
Well, I'm trying to decide if I want to intimidate or maneuver. Probably intimidate. It's their highest one, but it's my highest one too. Alright, so I'm gonna, I see all kinds of little doodads out there on them. These two over here, or what
the
have they
two-
got on?
Those are just markers that I'm using. They got nothing on them. Yeah,
Okay.
they're wounded.
They're wounded?
Yes.
Let's go play with the wounded ones. I'm going to intimidate. We got those two are vulnerable over there by Bjorn.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to intimidate them.
So you're targeting 2. You're targeting 4.
I'm going to target this one and this one. But I'm multi-actions -2, multi-target -4, -6.
You're targeting 4 creatures, right?
Well, but
So
I've got an intimidate for 2 and an attack for 2. So I've got -2 on the intimidate, -2 on the attack, and then -2 for the multi-action, right? So I'm -6 total.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, the math ends up the same,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I roll the attack because it's probably easier doing it with the long range damage too.
Okay. Death Claw rolling. And this will be an all-out attack. So we are multi-action. I'll do multi-target, all-out attack, net 2, and roll. And I'm going to put 1 on it.
Okay.
Because we need them to go away.
So I pulled the English on that one, huh?
I put a little English on
Yeah. They're gonna take another wound at least and die.
Okay.
So what was your?
My intimidate?
Oops.
What is that? Plus 14. That
yeah,
is
your bonus is
27
14.
on the intimidate.
27 is outstanding. So you're going. One of them is going to run.
I'll take that too.
Afraid of your claws of death.
Grrr. We'll see wolves.
All right. Dr. Nigel, I believe you're last.
I
Oh,
said
no,
The
You took,
recovery.
yeah, you took the recover action. That's right. Sorry.
No worries.
And so we're gonna flip a new card.
Yeep, yeep, yeep.
All out attack leaves the attacker vulnerable instead of very vulnerable. Hack slash. Hero's gonna go first and surge. Villains are gonna go second. Attack is approved. What you got?
Seems appropriate.
So grunt. You're kind of having a little. You're twitching a little.
Now Grun finally understands how magic works.
And he remembers his name.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Ask him, ask him.
are you okay there, Grunt?
Verily, I feel strange, sir.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. Well, heroes, what would you like to do?
Not transform to Isle.
Bjorn is going to come down here and attack these two.
Okay.
And let me this time remember to.
And how many Vikings you said were coming up?
There are
60.
three groups of 20.
Yeah, I don't have any boom fruits or whatever. So
I do.
No,
Yeah.
we'd also have speed and distance.
Yep.
Okay, I am all out attacking. And so
shoot.
just still a good success, so it means sorry. All I'm doing is shock still.
Okay.
I think this
Oh,
one
wait.
is not adjacent to
Oh, that was a
any.
good success. You need to roll me a die.
No, I already did.
Oh, you did? Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, 17 is the
Oops.
result.
Yes, yes. Okay. I said the wait. Okay. What were you saying, Ron?
I said this one over here is not adjacent to anything. The one I'm currently targeting.
That one right there? Yeah, that is not just a.
All right,
They're
and
off.
I will shoot it with a. I will take the 2 shock that I just got rid of,
Okay.
and yeah. No modifiers or anything else on this, right?
Nope.
Just that +2. Only a standard success. That is kind of sad. So 13 is shock if it takes shock.
It looks like they do. So.
Alright, well that would be sufficient to draw me a card because attack was approved.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, I was supposed to get one last round because I did. Intimidate.
Go ahead and do that.
I think. Wasn't intimidate maneuver last round?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
That's why you did that.
It is.
hold on.
So I got a close call, which if we, I also have a reconnect, which is what I've pulled. Close call if we have to, the 60 Vikings, just so don't
Mm-hmm.
panic about 60 Vikings.
I'm gonna screech at the guy that I was screeching at before again.
Okay.
Before anybody comes in.
Oh no.
Maybe you should have
You want to
just
recall
bump
him?
skills. I'm just saying.
Who's next?
I
I'll
guess
also disconnect, so I'm on the ground.
Did Aiden do anything?
not yet. I was gonna move up, but I mean, within range, I can move into melee with them, right?
Pardon?
I said
Yeah, you
they're
can-
close
you
enough. I can move into
yeah.
melee.
Yeah.
Mike, I tried to play my reconnect, but it gave me an error message,
That means you failed to reconnect.
and it didn't.
So I'll
and
move
it
up,
didn't play.
get into melee with them, and I will shoot both of them.
Okay.
I will take another shot to make this work. Alright, target, target, target. There we go.
It looks like it was. Let me see if there's shenanigans going on.
And I'll use double tap on this one, so this should do it.
Oh, that was one of the double reconnects. Okay, I know what happened. Because it was already in the deck, the discard deck. It went, oh, wait a minute, what are you doing here? Okay, you reconnect.
Thank you.
It's a good success. So damage on that will be 15 right now.
Roll the BD.
But I'll roll the BD. 15, 16, so it'll be 17 to their 13.
So that'll be a couple shots.
You know what? We need to get this done.
Oh, hold on. You're shooting it.
Yes, I am. But I'm in melee.
Doesn't matter. You're shooting it.
Okay.
You're shooting them. You're not. You're using gun fu, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not hitting them with the. You're shooting them with bullets. You're not.
Yes,
hitting
yes.
them with bullets.
I'm just saying I got in the melee, so I don't have to run the risk of hitting Bjorn. That's what I was pointing out.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. That's not the problem. That's not.
Copy
the issue.
that.
The
Actually, you know
issue
what? I don't need
being-
to spend a possibility. I'll spend the card if I can. Just I'll wait till you're done.
Okay, so you're shooting them, and you realize they're not taking as much damage as you think they should.
Oh, okay.
So they have a higher than 13 toughness versus.
It's
Your
not
guys.
just lasers that their skin is good.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. They got tough skin. Okay. I'll go ahead and play the. I'm about to drop it to the board like that doesn't do that anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and play coup de grace to add me another BD on top of this.
Okay.
Where is it?
Because right now at a 17, actually that's probably not a good plan. Because to do any wounds, you'd have to roll a 5. Because you're +1 right now.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you're still doing 2 shots.
Yeah, still 2 shot. I mean, I already played the card, so I might as well go ahead and finish rolling the dice. Pull it down. Nobody yanked your chain.
Grunt, you connected. What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna kill some more puppies.
Sure. You don't have to.
because They need to be so dead
Mm-hmm.
that
Lay down.
I'm just gonna.
Lay down.
So what do we got on the cards? Because I'm not doing this like I was doing before. It's just attack. I like attack. I can only get 2 though, correct?
You can only get 2. That's correct.
Is there any juju on the 2 that I'm now standing between?
There's only one that's vulnerable. That's by Peter.
Okay, so these 2 are just.
Those 2 are regular. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go ahead and just attack those 2. We'll all-out attack. So I only go. I think the card says I only go vulnerable this round.
You only go vulnerable this round instead of
That's
very
kinda cool.
vulnerable.
Nice.
Means you could all out attack and run away if you wanted.
I don't want to run away. We just said cowards run away.
I mean, we didn't all say that.
Yes, we did.
No. We said Vikings are cowards when they run away.
Right.
You're not a Viking.
But clearly, it's the better part of valor.
I'm just gonna kill wolves and not think too much on that. 'Cause that makes my brain hurt.
Oh, you reconnected, huh?
I did. I played the
You played
reconnect card.
So you got a
I
good
don't-
success so far.
Well, I didn't target them, so I don't know what they're.
12 is still a good success.
Still a good success.
17 versus 12, yes.
Okay. I only have 2 possibilities. I'm gonna hang on. I'm just gonna run with a good success at the moment, and I will roll a BD for you.
Nice.
Oof. Yeah.
And that's AP2. And then
Not,
the
not, they
one,
have, not that they have any or armor. All toughness.
oh, it bumped it up. So that should only be a 20 on the second one.
You only need to roll once.
Oh, okay.
It said, hey, just roll once.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's just a little easier.
Sure. I like that plan better. 27.
Yeah, you think about that. Because if you hit that BD again, it just keeps on
It
adding
just-
to
yep,
your
it did.
original roll. Otherwise, we'll have to roll everything individually.
Yep.
Now there is another way to do it too, but I have to sit down.
We're
and
not doing that.
explain it to you, so we're not going to worry about it. Okay.
So I will attack the last one.
Yep. It's a vulnerable one.
Yes, I will go all out.
Okay. You will become vulnerable.
Bjorn should also be vulnerable, by the way.
You are vulnerable. Okay.
Oh,
There we go. Get me through some 2 BDs. It's 1 wound. And it's still 1 wound. And 2 more shock.
how close?
You are damage 18. You're 15, you're 18, you're 5 off.
But
Anything else?
no.
Oh, fantastic. They get to go. Boop. Hey, look. These Vikings get to come in and clearing now. You see 3 groups of 20 Vikings come through the area. There's a big massacre. And they see you and they charge. You know that charge that happens in the Harry Potter world where all the they're charging the bridge at the end. That's what's happening. You know. But in this case, we're going to target Pierre. Hey, this little dude, he's going to go all out too. He's going to become very vulnerable. He could do that right now. Go, puppy.
Puppy power.
Puppy power.
Oh, wow. Really?
Really?
But you didn't expect that?
Well, I mean, no.
No, I don't think anybody expected that. And Inquisition.
That is a good success. I'm gonna have to roll BD because some reason my targeting is not working. We are 15. Seven, 20. What's your toughness here?
14.
So you're 13 plus 7 goes to 20. You're 14, so it's gonna do a wounded 2 shot.
Okay.
Something was rotten in the state of Denmark. Well, in this case, Sweden. Okay.
Probably.
There's the villains, and we're gonna flip another card. Any test for the critical problem suffers an extra -4. Villains goes first. Heroes will second. Any multi-action will be approved.
I'm gonna play a setback there for him because I don't like being that close to 60 Vikings when I'm just gonna
I got a close call, and we need that setback for Helmar.
Somebody else. You have something else.
These Vikings are already in the clearing in the secret.
Actually, do you want me to change this card?
I don't know that it hurts us. In fact, it'll heal some.
Okay.
Well, no, we're still on the standard line, aren't we?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'll go in and play Seize Initiative.
Why did
Oh.
my card layout change?
Because I probably clicked it when I was trying to look through that reconnect.
Is that the end of the second round? Yeah.
This
There.
was the end of round 2. Yes, you're in round 3.
All right. So only 2 cards, please.
Seize initiative.
One for Grunt because I played one.
Open a new card. Heroes go first. Villains will be fatigued.
In which case,
All magic skills are favored, but if failure causes double the number of backlash, leaves the caster falling.
I'm gonna need my setback back then.
I've got it written down right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I've got
Yep, we're good.
and actually, you should be just vulnerable now because you actually acted and you lost another one. There we go. Alright, you got a wolf left and you've got 60 Vikings.
Somebody kill that wolf. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, I mean, I have to be able to see the portal. Can I see 50 meters away?
You can see 50 meters away. Sure.
That's
Well,
You're in a clearing, so.
So, but that's. I mean, they're just gonna keep running.
Yeah.
So I close call I'm assuming, Mike, you're gonna let me play the close call on the 60 Vikings, and we hide in the woods somewhere after we deal
No.
with this.
I was assuming that incorrect.
I will let you play the close call.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
So we got to deal with the wolf, but then we can play the close call. Yes? Or do we
Yes.
just do it?
I just play the close call, deal with the book.
Okay.
I got it.
Somebody kill the wolf.
I know it'll happen.
Yeah.
There's your close call.
Alright.
Here, do you want to go? Sure.
Okay, good success. Is that your final answer? Currently you're one off from doing it. Place the coup de draw. Boom, and then you really fail.
Kills
As-
a lot.
As Pierre stabs the burnt doggy. So, hey Mark, what's the sound a mortar makes?
A mortar.
A mortar.
Doom,
Thump.
doom.
Yeah,
doom.
you start hearing that.
I run faster.
And then
So-
you're gonna. So, hey Source, would you like to reconnect?
Yeah, I'll give you
Do I
that.
hear
roll.
those coming down on me, or do I hear those coming down on the spaces that we
They're-
just left?
They're coming down on the spaces where you kind of just left.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
I
you're not
still run fast.
reconnecting.
that's the close call.
That's the close one. Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Figured it out. And the mortars actually hit the Vikings. So the mortars get basically hit and explosions go off, and they don't want none of that. So you were able to escape. You're able to you still hear the camp's on fire. Everyone starts trying to put out the fires down instead of trying to chase you. From the hill, you can see Dr. Nigel from the hilltop about 400 meters distance. There's a light that flashes in Morse code that says "Bravely done."
Are we still being pursued by anything?
Well, since you're at the end of the act, I will say no.
Okay, because
I
I was loading up.
I
my
was
gear
wondering.
else right now. Because it was going to be alright, here's the multi-action. Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been bad.
Yes, end of Act 3. We're done. I think it's since it's 10:50 on the East Coast there. A good place to wrap it up. We survived the moot.
Yeah.
We
And
survived
the chaos that
a
we caused afterwards.
Viking wedding.
Well, that wedding got annulled apparently.
So yeah, I'm going to be under glory for next round. So you'll have 5 cards, but I could reset everything there, and we'll have new new little hands for everything and for everybody, and then you will be heading north. The way the pardon?
Should we just discard the cards we have?
Don't worry about it. I can take it all for you. That part.
So, I mean, that's stuff we can take care of off camera. So
Pardon?
go ahead and
Sorry.
give our good nights.
I was gonna say, Rob, what were you saying?
I just want to make sure you didn't discard the Isle possibility card.
That is a different card. It is a own separate card, so it's not a destiny card. I can just sweep everything else in.
All right.
Oh, and we need to work on, I guess, what I got for the glory.
Yes.
They'll surprise you.
It'll be a nice little surprise. It'll be something that you've picked up as you were running away.
I forgot to invoke my riddle magic for Dr. Nigel now that he was here.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. We'll be back Friday. Robert will be running us through some more consequences of chaos, which is chaos amongst itself. And then we'll be back Sunday for some Vampire the Masquerade, or we should be, barring any unforeseen issues. We'll be back here Wednesday for some more of this to see what happens next.
And I gotta do this.
And stay tuned for Mike's Torg Hype Tuesday. He always has some interesting things to put in there.
Does that mean there's bloodshed on Friday, Robert?
Chaos.
There's probably going to be some bloodshed.
I mean, if you haven't watched the Friday show, you need to, just for the actual literal player chaos that's in the group. There's
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
some player chaos. So
Do you have exit music going, Dan?
I do
No,
not.
that's
Somebody
actually
got something going.
me.
That's Mike.
Oh,
Last
okay.
week when I said, hey, I was gonna play it during the stream, so I can see if I can hear it on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it now. Okay. I couldn't hear it before. Now I can hear it.
It just
So,
popped up for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Please remember to keep that. We are in this adventure called Life Together, so please keep the proper golden rule in mind and not the one that Rob describes. Treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. And with that, have yourselves a good week.